Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 8 of the Sitting by the Fire podcast with Tofar Love and Pizza Gaming and special guest CGTX.
Oh, I don't
Welcome,
know.
CG. Welcome.
Stream says Tashi TV.
Wait!
This?
It's yours.
Roman.
No,
it's not.
Oh,
it's
no.
definitely not mine.
It's not mine. No, it's neither. Don't listen to him.
You're trolling. Dude.
I had to stop to look.
Hi, it's me, Tashi. Nice to meet you. But realistically, I go by CGTX. Hi.
Wow.
Oh my god.
What a good way to start off the podcast.
I know. I shouldn't have said anything, but also.
No, that was great. CG, tell us a little about yourself.
Hi everyone. I'm what I consider to be a variety streamer, although I mostly lean towards Dead by Daylight at the moment, but I've played a lot of things on stream, such as Ori and the Blind Forest, Apex, Omori, Ender Lilies. Other than that, I'm basically a supervisor at a position, which probably won't go too into, but yeah, I consider myself a chill guy.
A very chill guy.
Who's known for his laugh.
Yes, a beautiful laugh. Especially when we're playing DBD and you make a mistake. And
yeah.
Perfect.
Me make mistakes? Never.
All right.
No.
No, not one.
No, all the flashes. I see the VOD you put up. I see the TikToks.
I noticed that the other day, and I was like, oh, I feel bad, because Tofar and Pizza Rat have been assaulted by all of my TikToks at once, because I just saw one day, like, 5 likes for both of you, and I'm like, oh, they're getting all of those right now.
I was going to say, I was like, my feed, it was like my For You page. I wasn't even on following. It was just like all CG, and I was like, nice. This is a good change of pace from what I normally see.
Honestly, yeah.
They're good, though. You got some good music on the back of those.
Things. Yeah. I pick everything I like, and I'm just like,
yeah,
I like that, I'm throwing that in.
Oh yeah, my entire Spotify playlist that I play and stream is just music I listen to, and then some old shit that I have to skip through, but I'm like, wow, it's me. Like, you guys can recommend songs, but I want to listen to what I want to listen to. So,
exactly.
Good way to keep it.
I've done streaming, I'm just like, okay, well, I've never really put thought into this, so I like this thing, I'm doing that thing. That's how we do it, by the seat of our pants.
Perfect, nice. Oh, yeah.
CG is a very non-toxic survivor main.
Most of the time.
Depends
on the killer.
He's got some builds.
Captain, they are a bizarre
I've got some killers meant to just annoy our killer mains.
And it works.
Sometimes I'll just get there and just be face camped and hit on the hook until I'm dead. So moments like that, I know I won, and I'll just sit there and giggle until it ends.
Perfect.
All right, kind of just diving in right away. CG, just tell us a little about yourself. I know you said you're a variety streamer. I think the thing I've been wanting to ask you, and I'm kind of keep avoiding it, so I want to say for this: where does the name CGTX come from?
My initials.
Oh.
Kind of. TX is obviously for Texas. But yeah, it's my initials. Yeah. It's funny, though, because it's not all of my initials, because I have 4 names, so... yeah, it's 2 of them, and then I just took the letters and switched everything around a bit.
Nice. I kind of like that, though, the whole 2 last name things. It's very involving in both parents.
Yeah. It's wild stuff whenever I have to...
Write your name out.
Oh, yeah, it's the worst.
I'm sure.
But yeah, that's how I got mine.
Oh, nice. So in terms of streaming, what got you into streaming at the start, when you were, because you're still relatively new, I'd say.
Yeah, I don't think I've even been doing it for a year. Well, basically I found myself in a community that I really liked. A lot of them were streamers. They looked like they were having a shit ton of fun. So one day I was just like, you know what? That seems like fun. I'm going to do that. It's pretty much how I do anything I do. It's like,
yeah,
this entertains me. I like it. I'm gonna try my hand at it, and if I fail, whatever. But
Succeeding so far.
yeah, I guess it's been fun.
Yeah.
Met some cool people. Like met a lot of communities, friends that I would never know if I hadn't started streaming.
Yeah.
Like it's been amazing. So basically, it's because I found a community that I really liked. Still part of it to this day. I'm a mod there now,
Nice.
and I started doing it because I had fun with it.
Yeah, we were kind of talking about that last night. Just like the random happenings of all our lives that have kind of like linked us together with other people, and like
Yeah.
well, it's just taken like one small act of like stepping out of, well, for me personally, stepping out of my comfort zone to like kind of land where I've been and where I am right now, and like for you to just randomly jump in my stream and kind of just build a friendship from that. And I don't know, it's not like, you know, you go to a meetup and people are like, oh, this is this creator and this is this creator. It's all just kind of random.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of beautiful.
That's how I've made a lot of my friendships on Twitch. It's been weird because there's obviously people who go around trying to make the right connection at the right time, which I find skeezy, but that's just kind of my take on that.
Yeah.
But all of the friends that I've made on here is because I was just like, hey, I like this person. They're entertaining, they're fun, they're cool, or whatever I find like most interesting about them, and I'm just like, I'm gonna integrate the shit into their lives. Just fucking, I'm always gonna be here until they notice me.
Pardon me while I make myself a part of your life.
Exactly. Like that's the easiest way to make friends. I like that person. They're cool. I'm gonna start hanging around.
glad we made the list.
Hell yeah. Had a lot of fun doing that.
Yeah. Do you have any main inspirations to start streaming, or was it all just kind of friends doing it?
I mean, I've always wanted to do streaming because, like, you grow up playing video games, and you're just like, I personally thought I'm fucking hilarious. People need to listen to what the fuck I'm saying because I'm fucking funny. And then I got into the community that was like really into streaming, and that was like, you know what? A lot of these people are barely starting out too, so why not do it myself? Like I always thought, like, well, I don't have a setup or this, that, and the other. When I first started, I was like literally sitting on the floor on a coffee table on my laptop.
Nice.
Like, and now I have like an actual desktop or whatever. But
real gaming.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. It's been wild. I like it.
Oh, it's cool. It's a nice progression.
Yeah, I mean, it's been about what 7 months at this point, I think. Twitch subs go like 1 month ahead, right?
Yeah.
So I think someone just got the 8 months in mind, so I've almost been doing it for about a year.
Okay, damn,
nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, yeah, you started a little before me then.
I
think.
Technically, I think I've only been streaming about 7.
Okay.
Because the same month, I think that I started streaming, I hit affiliate.
Oh wow.
That was more due to like the community that I was part of.
Yeah.
Not so much like my hard worker ethic. It's just the people that I knew at that point.
Yeah, I have this guy to thank, I guess.
Hell yeah. It's my favorite thing about being like a somewhat successful streamer now. It's like I've had a couple people that I've helped get affiliate just because I really like them. I was like, I like you. I'm bringing you with me.
Let me force my friends down onto your stream.
Exactly. Like a lot of my friends have become part of different communities that way because I'm just like, I like these people. You should meet them. Interact, have fun.
We see Half Pint and Care Bear. They're all popping in the streams and pretty much regulars at this point and playing games with them.
Yeah.
Love it.
Lovely people.
They
it's
are.
a Care Bear. Hi, Care Bear.
Oh, so I saw where it said Tashi TV. I found it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I was on
Welcome to me, CGTX. No longer Tashi.
I don't know. He didn't say anything.
Was it on your stream that you had?
It was on the screen.
Tashi's name?
Yeah, because I feel like I'm about to change him out. He just didn't say anything.
He did. You just didn't notice it right away.
Yeah.
I thought he was trolling.
I did too, honestly.
Oh, are you kidding?
I thought he was just fucking with me. I was
No.
like, I don't get it. I don't get what's so fun. What's so funny?
That's great.
What's so funny, guys?
I don't think I've ever met Tashi, so I don't know why that would be the first name to pop into my head.
True.
I just thought he did his research and was fucking with me.
Yeah. No,
Oh, yeah.
Tasha's cool. You should check out her stream one time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Who's your DBD main as a survivor?
That cycles. Mostly right now it's Feng, because Bunny Feng exists, and Bunny Feng is best Feng. But for a
She'll
while
always
it was...
stay on the top.
Wait, what?
I said she'll always stay on top. It's hard to beat Bunny Fang.
based.
Before that it was Steve, specifically Scoops Ahoy Steve.
Scoopy.
Just sexy.
Everyone hates Steve.
I know!
I do.
And
Yeah.
I love him. He's the best.
Steve is my most saving friends friendly character, and
Exactly.
I hate him, man. He's too beautiful.
Killers really don't like him.
No.
I got tunneled a lot less when I was on Feng than when I was on Steve.
Yeah. I think
Which
the
is
only
funny.
Steve. I think the only Steve perk I use is renewal. So.
I don't like any of them. I'll be honest.
I
No.
It's like Steve.
I started
And
getting hatched a little more when I started playing Fang. So I was like, nice.
Gifted hatch because you're like, oh, look at me, I'm submissive and breedable. Let me go.
I
Exactly.
almost never get hatch. Like, ever. And I have a feeling it's because I loop so long sometimes. Either I go down instantly or I loop for a long time. There's no in between for me.
Yeah.
Like, ever.
Tofar gets it way too often.
Yeah.
Mm,
It's all being
Very-
born better,
very
guys.
frustrating. Yeah, okay.
Play the cuter characters. It's the trick.
We're playing Steve, man.
Cuter characters.
Steve is great. I really want to get into Jane right now because I got a really cute outfit on her. I just don't have jack shit for perks. And I also have Yunjin, so all of the baddies of the game I have so far.
True. You play Killer often, or not enough to have a favorite?
So Killer, I would say it's either I have three that I'm like really okay with. I have Bird Mommy, the artist. Then there's also Ghostface, and right now the one I use the absolute most is Deathslinger.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah. I think one of the first times I met CG, I think he was playing Deathlinger.
I'm kind of cracked with him sometimes.
Nice.
Enough so that I was playing against a TTP guy, and I went in to say hi because I'm also TTP. And as I got there, he was reporting me for cheating, and all of his
no
friends were
shot.
saying I was cheating and how they reported me, and I was like, wow, okay.
I was about to ask, have you ever had like a negative experience with that, like other TTVs?
Oh yeah, I've had a lot of shitty ones, like especially like DVD killers. Some of them just get god complexes. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they just think they're the hottest shit, and I'm just like, okay, but like, the people who think that usually camp out of shit ton of hook states or tunnel, and it's like, you've plateaued in the amount of skill that you have, that this is what you think skill is at this point.
Yeah.
Like, I got into a whole argument with someone being like, oh, you'll never get into Eerie 1 killer if you don't do that. I was like, I've done it routinely. I don't camp. I don't tunnel. I've been Eerie 1. And it's like, yeah, it's hard if you're trying to win every single game with 4K.
Yeah.
But, like, at the same time, it's like, it's achievable. You can do it. You just don't want to ever lose. And the fact that you're resorting to tunneling and camping, which I get are legitimate strats, like, don't get me wrong, that's how you win some games, like, obviously. But if that's all you do and that's all you're known for, I feel like at a certain point you have to think, my skill on this killer has plateaued because I'm relying on this way too much. But that's
Yeah.
just my ideas on that.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think a lot of people who go into DVD are like, if I don't get a 4K, I lost.
Yeah, I don't really give a shit.
Oh no, when I play Killer, you can get a lot of blood points from playing Killer, in my experience at least. And even when I have people who, they'll get 4K or like 4 escapes, and I'll just, I still make a decent amount of blood points, and that's really all I play Killer for.
Mm-hmm.
Killer's fun, but it's not like my main passion.
Yeah.
And I usually will let people go. I don't know. It's not a necessity for me. I mean, given that I'm a survivor main, but I don't need people to, or I don't need to get 4Ks. It's nice when I do, but
yeah,
usually I don't care enough to get it.
I used to let people go a lot more often, and then survivor mains ruined it for me.
Yeah. Some of them you play and they're just absolutely god, and you're like, yeah, well, fuck me.
No, it's not even that. Like, I remember one time specifically, I was playing as a killer, and this was back when I first started Killer. I felt really bad about killing anyone, because I was like, oh, they're just trying to get their points and leave, whatever. So I would only kill, like, a person or two, and maybe spare, like, 1 or 2 people. And I've had 2 instances where that's backfired on me. So one, I was, like, told to kill everyone, so I did. And I felt really bad. So the next round, they're like, okay, you can let everyone go, but make sure to get 2 hooks. So I got everyone on 2 hooks, and then I still had 3 gens to do, or they still had 3 gens to do. So I just kind of fucked around and chased them or whatever. And then when the game ended, one of them's like, "Oh my god, you're trash! You didn't get a single kill." And I was like, "You think I couldn't get a single kill after there were 3 gens left and all of y'all were on 2 hook states?" Yeah. That's how that works.
Then you flip the coin to like, do I let him have it or do I set him straight?
Yep. And then the other time that I had an issue, I legit was playing this game as Trickster. My first game ever as Trickster. And these people were not running me well at all. Like, they were all baby. So the first 2 people that I, got to death state, I hooked and killed. Then the other 2, I let go. The other 2 was a Bill and then some other male character. And then at the end of the game, the 2 female characters were like, "Wow, you misogynistic piece of shit."
What the fuck?
Wow.
You killed the 2 girls and then let the 2 guys go.
Yeah,
and then
that's...
the 2 guys were like, "What are you even talking about? This is just a game." And they're like, "Wow, I hope I never get you in one of my games again." I was like, "I hope the same. I don't ever want to associate with you again." What? You were the first to go down. That's your fault. Get over it.
Wow. That's wild.
It was funny as hell. So now I'm a lot less lenient. Killer, I'm just like, okay, everyone dies, whatever.
Murder.
Sometimes I'll let people go now.
God, people are wild. Especially because, I don't know. I play female characters all the time, so, oh, yeah, it's not even like you popped in a stream and heard that 2 of them were girls and 2 of them were guys IRL.
Exactly.
Like, Jesus, they're just characters, man.
You don't know the gender of anyone that you're playing with ever, really.
No.
Ever.
Yeah,
so it's
I've been I've been trying to get better with that too, when people pop in stream, not using
gendering people.
Genders. Yeah, because you don't know.
Mm-hmm. I still say dude.
So yeah.
But I use dude all the time for everyone ever.
Thanks, my guy, or buddy, or whatever.
Yeah. That's just one that I've always used that I always forget. But most people don't seem to mind dude, ever. No.
Dude seems pretty, it's gender neutral.
Yeah, it's kind of moving that way where people use it so often that it's just kind of hitting the line, yeah.
But
that's interesting.
Yeah, that's what stopped me from being the nicest person I could be on Dead by Daylight as Killer. I was just 2 really bad, weird experiences, and I was like, okay, we're done with this.
I'm choosing violence from now on.
Apparently, I'm an equal opportunity killer now. Everyone dies. That's the rules.
There you go.
Good for you.
If you're good, you get out. If you're bad, you die.
Yep. And
that's funny.
That's my favorite thing about being a killer too. It's the chases are my favorite. I don't necessarily care about winning.
Oh yeah.
But I like the chases, like outsmarting people or them outsmarting me.
Yep.
That's my favorite part. It's
I
always
mean,
great.
yeah, I've had matches where you get into loops with people and they'll run you the whole game. You're like, damn, dude, I really just want to get you.
I know,
I
exactly.
just can't. I can't let you go. Like, I gotta get you down. I'll
Like-
let you leave, but fuck, gotta get you.
If it comes down to that too, I've had a couple games where like they ran me pretty much to the end. I downed them, and then the gate gets opened, and everyone starts to leave. The one person that's been running me the whole time, I'll usually feel bad and take them to the door because like they ran me that whole time. They don't deserve to
Yeah.
die while the rest of the teammates that did nothing to like try to keep me off of them, get
Yeah.
away.
Take hits.
Exactly.
Yeah, whatever. That's funny.
But yeah, I like Killer. It's a lot more fun than most people would expect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's-
there's definitely nights where you can get stomped and it's very discouraging, but there's also
Yeah.
nights where you're just absolutely steamrailing and you're like, let's go.
I feel like to get better at that game, you kind of like have to try both because there's different tactics for both sides that you have to think about, and that's like what makes you most skilled at running killers if you're a survivor main, or that's what's going to make you a better survivor or killer if you're a killer main. Just knowing
Yeah.
how you're going to be thinking against specific killers.
Mhm.
Like, okay, I know I'm going against a pyramid head. He's probably going to try to pull up his ability every time I go near a pallet, so try to fake that out as many times as I can to avoid as many hits as I can. So I think it's really interesting to see that there's dedicated mains to a certain role in Dead by Daylight, but I feel like it would be very beneficial to try both out and see what
Oh,
they're
yeah.
about.
I think it's like a healthy balance to kind of, I mean, if you're a survivor main, there's, you could hate the killer. I used to only play survivor and I'd be like, the killers are so OP, blah, blah, blah. Like, this game is so unbalanced. And then I tried playing killer and I was like, okay, now I understand that there's like a, it's not easy on the other side. So
Oh,
I feel
yeah.
like it's definitely a healthy balance to appreciate the game more is learning how to play the other side.
For sure. I feel like the game is deceptive in how balanced it is
Yeah.
because of how MMR works. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like this isn't a game that most new people can just get into, especially because the tutorials in the game are hot dog shit.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to curse on here?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. The
Fuck.
tutorials are hot dog shit. Like, they're awful. Basically, they're still made in a way that's telling you to, oh, this is how you hide. You should be a rat gamer. When, in reality, if you really want to get good at the game, you have to know about looping, or, like, how to greed pallets, how not to drop every pallet you run into. Like,
Oh, man.
there's just a lot.
Pizza Rat, dude, he drops all the pallets and then he gets phased and then he dies first. Then he's mad at me.
Oh no. But it's like, yeah, it's just wild that how bad the tutorial is. Like, it doesn't
Yeah.
tell you anything as a survivor. It doesn't tell you anything as a killer. Plus, you can't try anyone else except the base killer. So all of the learning you have to do is in game. So of course, people's ideas of how the game works is going to be skewed because you're going in as a new person against people who've been playing for like 500 hours or more.
Don't look at me. Yeah, no, honestly, I've never touched the tutorials, so I
You
wouldn't
should.
even
It
know.
gives you blood points.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Yeah, it gives you like 500,000 each one.
Oh, wow. All right.
But it's
No,
Um,
not 500,000, 50,000. My
50?
bad.
Yeah, still.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's some-
that's-
they're fucking boring though, 'cause it's like walk to the locker, no, get in the locker, get out of the
Yeah.
That's how
locker.
you play a Claudette main.
Basically,
Yeah.
except you're playing Dwight, which is
Yeah.
even worse. So,
Oh,
I have a question for y'all.
Yeah.
Do y'all know any of the stereotypes for survivor mains on Dead by Daylight?
Kind of.
So, like Blendettes or Dwights who only live in lockers or shit like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sure.
So
How many of those players have you encountered? Oh, yeah.
So for the most part, yeah, I think like the locker Dwights, that's not super bad. Usually they kind of like are really bad. They just got the game, or they're doing like Bald Duet or something stupid. You got Blendettes, which are pretty common. Nias, from my experience, are pretty toxic.
Yeah,
I play
that
a lot.
one too.
I play a decent amount of killer, so every time I see a Nia, I get a little nervous. I'm like, oh fuck me, not this shit. Who else?
I feel the same with Feng. They can be toxic, however,
yeah,
they have the cutest outfit, so I forgive them.
that's true.
Well, I think there's a sense of entitlement with fangs that are like, oh, I am cute. You got to let me go.
That's wild, dude. I don't. Yeah, that's crazy.
Half Pint and I were playing the other day, and we were playing with a Claudette who literally finished a gen. Her and I were already dead. Finishes a gen. The Claudette goes and walks back to she ran to the corner and hid behind a rock. There's only 2 people alive. And Half Pint's like, he can see your scratch marks leading to where you ran, so what's the point of hiding? And it was just like, dude, I was like, you need to like go do something.
Megs too. Megs are the worst.
Yeah,
Megs?
I hate Megs.
So Megs, in my experience, are they like god tier players, or they're just bad?
I have not met a good Meg in my personal games. I've seen a lot of good ones on TikTok. I've not met a single good one in my games.
Who the fuck?
Ever.
Yeah, I used to play Meg.
Was it Steve? Nancy, I don't see it a lot, but Steve, every now and then I just see him and I get mad because he's like usually the one who's like, he's like a recolored Nancy or a recolored Nia. They're just all terrible, dude. They're all terrible. They probably like, I hate him so much, dude.
Steve's the best. I don't know what you're talking about.
No,
They're the first
dude.
one that'll die for their teammates.
Then you get a rude message. Who do you think is sending all those rude messages? It's Steve's.
Oh no, the ones that I've gotten the most messages from. Let's see. I honestly haven't had that many rude messages other than from the killer side. Like, specifically on stream. I've had no, I don't really get many bad messages on in-game either, but that I kind of try to play as fair as I possibly can. So maybe that's why. But killers will fucking come into my chat and just be pissed off at whatever build I'm running. I had one that came into my chat because I was running Power Struggle Flip Flop Boil Over. So they slugged me and they kept me there forever trying to slug for the 4K. So once they came back for me, I managed to slip out and ran, and then they hit me down again. And then they stood still in a corner, and I was like, oh, this motherfucker's coming to my stream. I can tell right now. So the first thing he does is come into my stream, and he was like, oh, enjoy being bled out running flip-flop or whatever the fuck.
Ooh.
And I was like, imagine being this angry at a pair of perks in a game that people play. And he was like, oh, whatever, you're so angry, blah, 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 blah. And he's sitting here trying to convince me I'm angry. And I'm just sitting there laughing at him. And the rest of chat is just laughing at him.
Yeah.
And we're just sitting there cackling. And he's like, oh, I know you're just hiding behind your laugh, this, that, and the other. And then he starts insulting me. He called me a pube beard, first of all.
What
and that
the
made me laugh
fuck?
harder. Because it's the first time I'd ever heard that.
Yeah.
And I was laughing so fucking hard. He got so angry and then just left. I didn't even have to ban him. I feel like he just got embarrassed enough that he just left on his own. It was great.
No, I've had
But,
oh, sorry?
Oh, what was it?
I've had a similar experience, but it's only when I play killer. Every time I play Survivor, it's usually
Interesting.
okay. But I think I've had 3 major instances where someone's really upset after I do killer games. And I think one time I tunneled near the very end. It didn't really matter. They were all going to lose anyway. And then I was like, I feel kind of bad. I'll give them a hatch. And I didn't give them hatch. They got mad at me.
My God.
One person I camped because they rolled me. I'm camping for 1 kill at least. And he came in and said he's like, take your hat off. Let me see that receding hairline. I'm like, fuck, how does he fucking know? It's like he's wearing hats a bunch. And then he's like, yeah, you had a real chubby face. Probably eat a little salt. I'm like, fuck, how does he know?
Oh
I eat
my
so much salt.
God.
How does he know? How does he know?
How does he know? And then
How's he generalizing me by a few things that everybody
That's
does?
so wild.
And then I had a groupie you're probably fit. You're probably stream sniping, and I'm like, but I'm literally not though.
Oh yeah.
And then I got banned from that.
I think for us, as of recently, we don't run into a lot of your like typical survivors because we're usually swiffing. So we really only run into like 2 or 1 random survivors. But usually the killers really haven't been that bad. But probably most of that's due to me being trashed. So
See,
No.
my issue is that I run perks specifically made to make a killer's life difficult.
yeah, I mean, we've slapped around a killer or two, but usually they don't come in.
CG
I
does
felt
it.
bad some of those games. We played. I was playing with Fiscus and Amunra, and we both. Or no, were you? I think you might have been there too, Roman. I can't remember, but we bullied a huntress so bad.
I think I've been there for a whole huntress bullying at least once.
Yeah,
I was at the one as well with the lockers.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of then.
I think I know that
played.
one. It was on the Dead
Yeah.
Dog Saloon and everything, and we bullied the
Yeah.
shit out of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because that's when we all purposely talk.
Yeah.
My
So maybe that's
Jane.
why killers don't like me. But like
Maybe.
at the end of the day, it's like it's a game.
Oh,
Calm
yeah,
down.
100%.
But
Yeah.
them trying to convince me that I was in fact angry and just hiding it made me laugh
Yeah.
even harder because it's like, what? What kind of mental math are you doing that adds up to that? Because
Yeah,
I'm
dude,
sitting
you
here
got me.
laughing at you.
Yeah, like the second stream's off, I'm punching my pillow.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like you got me. I'm so angry.
I know
Dude,
that
over a
poster up
video
there is to
game.
hide the hole in the drywall there, CG.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh. Yeah, hold the poster. Dude.
hmm
Yeah. Yeah,
I'll rip that shit off right now.
because one time CG went off. He's like, "Oh, BRB guys, he invited to turn his stream over." I just saw him punching the wall for a while. He looked so mad.
Yeah, he tried to turn his cam off, but I think he forgot.
He's like, "If anyone calls me Pew Beard again, I fucking swear. I swear." Oh, dude, it was
Like-
scary.
That was one of the funniest fucking moments that I've ever had streaming. Like, I've never had people actually come in and heckle, for the most part. But that one, like, I felt bad for them because everyone in chat was just shitting on them. And I didn't want to be like, okay, chat, be nice to the idiot.
Yeah.
They can't help it.
But then
But I
you're
was
like, it does make good content. So.
Yeah. I was just sitting there fucking cackling. It was great. It was
Yeah.
fantastic.
Do you see any toxicity in any of the other games you play, or is everything else kind of more of a single player?
I feel like that you're gonna have toxicity in fucking anything multiplayer.
Yeah.
Like anything. Like there's people out there who just are bitter, will stay bitter, and want people to be bitter along with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, there are also people who are really fucking cool, want to uplift you, and want to
100%.
be there for you. So it really depends. I think certain people like gravitate towards certain communities. Like I would say, Dead by Daylight has a somewhat toxic community because there is a split between killer and survivor. However, I can appreciate that they're also so accepting about like LGBTQ because there's a lot of LGBT creators, players, and all that in that community. So it makes me glad to see that the things that they're toxic about are in-game things as opposed to like IRL things that they're really
Yeah.
cool with.
yeah.
For the most part, I like the DVD community. They're really cool. Get them started on certain subjects in game, they're going to be a little bit toxic with each other. However, I feel for the most part, they're all really cool people who are enjoyable to be around.
Yeah.
At least for this community. I don't know about many of the
Right.
others. I don't play too many
Cough.
online games.
Cough.
I know.
Oh yeah, I wanted to go over this right now while I remember it. Peter, you want to talk about the whole Five Nights at Freddy's new killer thing that's coming out soon? Speculation wise.
Yeah, I mean, we had a little bit of a disagreement before stream, but you know, there's a lot of evidence pointing towards it, and a lot of gameplay that I've seen. You know, some people are saying it's coming out in June, and the PTB will start up soon. About, I think I saw a TikTok today that said in a few weeks, but you know, who wouldn't want to see Freddy in Dead by Daylight.
I'm
Or actually,
fucking
I
telling.
think
The big
who is
Springtrap.
it? The Springtrap, yeah.
I'm fucking telling you. People have been saying this for like years now. At this point, I've been playing for like 2 years now, and every fucking DLC comes around. Dude, it's Springtrap. Dude, it's fucking Springtrap. Dude. Oh, dude, no shot. It's not
Yeah.
Springtrap. And every time
But
they've been like flat wrong.
Yeah, but they've had a lot of speculation on killers, and of course they're gonna make their own, and then they're gonna come out with some like franchised ones. But I mean, I think they're doing a pretty good job at balancing some of their own creations and some of the franchise ones. But I mean, it'd be pretty cool.
All right, I'm issuing a formal bet right now. If it's fucking Springtrap from Five Nights at Freddy's in the next chapter, I'm gonna give Pizza Rat 10 gifted subs right now.
Okay.
I'll mark this down. I'll upload it and make sure I have records of it.
I will say, I saw some gameplay with Springtrap in the game. There was a Freddy pizzeria, and it all looked very spot on to how Dead by Daylight's graphics look. So, I mean,
That's just fan made.
We'll see.
It's just
Yeah.
fan made. You're gonna be like, wow, he was right again.
I'd be very impressed if that was because the TikTok I saw today was pretty. I should have sent it to you, but it was pretty good if it was fan made.
I have a question for y'all, if y'all wouldn't mind indulging me.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Other than Springtrap, who's a killer, like, franchised or something that you'd be interested into seeing, like, that you would be interested to be in the game?
I think Jason would be cool. I don't know what they would do with him, and of course, it's been like a whole legality balance with that, with the Friday the 13th game and everything. But I don't know how he would function in the game. But I think Candyman would be a really cool killer, just because there's like a whole like I don't know. It's not your typical killer, you know. It's very like black culture based, and I think that's something that, you know, there's survivors that are black, but I think that's something that the killer side is kind of missing.
I think there is one.
There's two.
Killer?
I think Hag.
Hag and Wraith.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and
Wraith?
Doctor.
Oh, I didn't know
okay.
that.
Yeah, they're all
See,
African American, but you can't really tell.
I think Candyman would be an interesting. I don't know if you guys have seen the movies at all, but his character is very cool.
And
You
you
can't really see him. In the newest movie, you can only see him in reflections.
Oh,
Wraith is from
that's
Africa.
wild,
Yeah.
and I'd
Oh,
hate that.
true.
Yeah.
I would
And he-
hate that.
Yeah, and he uses like bees. He like floats with bees, and I don't know. The ending of the newest movie was super badass. I think that would be pretty interesting.
Okay.
Well, I want the creature from the Black Lagoon, like the old one.
I don't think I know that one.
Yeah, it's like the 30s. And
No.
I just really think something like that, like an old monster, would be really cool. Or anything aquatic is really scary to me, because the fucking stuff from the water is horrifying. Like real stuff, like
Yeah.
anglerfish.
Yeah.
That shit is scary.
That would be interesting to see. I don't know, how would you balance that? Because I think like if you could find like some kind of predator, like Alien vs Predator, either one of those two would be really cool. But they have a game for what is it? The Predator. I played it a little bit, but I don't know. It'd be cool to see.
Yeah.
Of course, you want to see the movie killers in the game, but I'm excited to see what they could come up with. But maybe more like anime based too, instead of just horror movies. But like, I don't know, something from that kind of realm.
I'd be interested in some creepypastas like The Rake
Oh yeah,
or The Goatman, stuff like that.
Slenderman.
Yeah, exactly.
Slenderman's another big one that's requested all the fucking time. So,
Yeah,
I mean, I don't think anyone owns the license to Slenderman.
I don't think so.
yeah. I think because he is a creepypasta, there probably isn't, because it's kind of like folklore at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it would be cool because I mean they've made the movie out of it.
Couple different movies.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
I wonder if somebody didn't buy the rights to it, but I mean, you have the Slenderman games that will go down in history as like some of the first like mainstream horror games, like
Mm.
on a platform.
Oh, okay. So apparently a movie
But
studio owns Slenderman.
oh, okay, that would be
Oh,
cool to see
it
though.
is owned. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Um. I mean, honestly, I think anything like a lot of like folklore and stuff, especially from like the Midwest and like upper parts of like because I think they're based in Canada, would be stuff like that. Would be pretty cool.
Mm. A Wendigo would be cool.
A
Ooh,
Wendigo. Ooh.
I would
you'd
absolutely
have
love a Wendigo.
that would be interesting though, because do you think they'd have like other animals around, or do you think it'd be like, do you think he could form, or maybe even like a mimic, some kind of like killer that takes on the shape of a survivor?
Well,
I
from what I understand, Wendigos are humans that ate human flesh, which made them into monsters.
Oh, okay.
so I
Because I
think
know they can take the form of like deers and stuff like that.
I
Maybe
believe.
I,
Oh,
I
sorry.
think maybe I'm thinking of skinwalkers, but go ahead.
Yeah, Skinwissy. Um.
God
God.
damn.
No, I think they've said that they were not going to do anything where like it takes the form of another player or like a survivor.
Oh, really?
Because I mean, if you're on comms, you could just be like, "Hey, is that you? Oh, it's not
Oh,
you. Oh, okay, cool, thanks."
true.
That's fair.
Stuff like that. Right? I think it'd be hard to balance it. You'd have to like affect something outside of like gameplay, and you really couldn't do
Yeah.
that. Haggis technically a Wendigo. She is. Oh shit! I never thought about that.
Oh, okay.
I didn't think about that.
Have you ever
That'd be
thought about?
interesting.
So with DBD, like early DBD, a lot of the killers were like clearly inspired by like another like something of like another like famous killer. So we
Yeah,
got like Trappers,
yeah,
Jason, and everything like that, kind of going so forth and so on. I always think it's interesting to like see the inspirations of like what the original killers and like the more we go on, you see a lot more unique and cool stuff. I think.
Mm.
Well, some of
In
the artists,
regards to the killers,
like a lot of the original killers, they'll put out because a lot of the early ones feel like inspired by like another famous thing. But a lot of the ones we
yeah.
got as of late have been like I feel like pretty original in concept.
yeah,
Well,
I hate most of the new ones.
You
yeah.
really?
I hate Nemesis. I hate Trickster. I hate both of their guts with such a passion.
Is Trickster based off of something, or is it just
I don't think
kind of
so.
something they created their own lore with?
It's just like created their own thing.
Hmm.
I feel like a more like mind game killer would be cool, and not just like play style, like juking a window or whatever, but something where they can really like the kind of how the doctor makes you insane, something more of that aspect. I don't know, because
Mm,
I feel like gameplay is pretty like vanilla as far as every killer. I mean, you have to do the same thing, but it would be cool to see like like a different aspect to the game that would make it a little harder, maybe break the norm of the game.
I feel like it would be really cool if they had a killer that was like fully invisible, and they had like a stock feature like
Like Michael.
I was gonna say more like
Ghostface.
Ghostface,
Oh,
where they
okay.
had a stock a specific person, and then you would get like indicators of like slowly going crazy or like hallucinating shit. That's how you know that they're
Oh,
around.
yeah.
You won't know where they're coming from until they become visible once you're fully
Well,
like nuts.
yeah. And I kind of like how Freddy used to be, where you wouldn't see him unless you were in the dream state. But I've also seen people talking about Doctor and making his
Mm,
like illusions move rather than
that'd be
him just
cool.
standing
Oh
there.
fuck.
Yeah, because if he just appears and then starts running at you, he can't swing or anything, and it's not like Hag where he can teleport to that. But it would just like if you're insane, working on a gen, and you start to see the illusions, and it starts coming to you, you're gonna hop off the gen, and that would be like a cool. I don't know if they could add the perk now, but or maybe an add-on that would kind of bring the illusions to life a little more.
That would be a dope add-on. That would
'Cause
absolutely be awesome.
yeah, because the illusions really blink. So if they still have the same appearing speed, all you would need to do is walk towards you for you to be like, oh fuck. targets.
Yeah.
Because I know personally, because I'm a dumbass, that I'll keep running around the map when I'm like fully bled or whatever with the red around you, and I'm like, oh, he's on me, and then he gets someone else down. I'm like, oh, okay, never mind. I just didn't realize.
I've gotten much better at telling when he's actually on me or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's just because I've played a shit ton of the game now.
That would be cool. I'd like to see a lot more maps too.
Oh yeah, maps make or break specific killers, which kind of
Oh
sucks.
yeah.
Like the artist on RPD, never gonna get a full 4K. Absolutely
No.
never.
Oh.
If you play against a killer and they bring a map offering, you know you're pretty much donezoed.
Basically,
Yeah.
I really wish.
They know what they're doing.
I really wish that I just had so many infinite, what are they called, sacrificial wards? Because if I play one more goddamn nurse with Starstruck on Midwich, oh my god, it's awful.
Oh.
Every
Jesus.
time.
That sounds
What would
fucking
you
terrible.
Yeah,
Sorry?
it does sound awful. No, I was gonna say, what would you think of like it, or like a Pennywise or like a Chucky? Because now they have the ring character who is shorter, and they've added the mechanic of the hook dropping. So like mechanic wise, like a Chucky could work.
I would love a Chucky. I've always said I wanted Chucky, but I
Yeah.
can't imagine him actually picking up people.
No, I feel like I wonder if even like the whole hooking thing. I don't know. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Or if he just
Unless they
drags
were
them
already
along.
on the floor, and then as soon as he hooks them, then
Yeah,
it lifts up and
right. Well, because
forces
I
you
could
to
see
unhook them.
like if there's the hook was dropped, he hooks you on, and then he pulls a rope. It'd have to fit. Like the whole animation would have to fit in the hooking speed. But like, what if he just dragged you on the ground, like just a really strong Chucky, rather than carrying you over his shoulder?
Oh, that'd be cool.
What was it? I'm just curious how it would work because I mean he'd be the smallest killer next to like Victor. So
Yeah.
balance wise, how would you balance that to be like, oh, he's the tiniest one?
The
'Cause,
same
like,
way you do with Victor, you don't.
well, the thing was
Yeah.
Victor. Oh, true. With Victor, like he doesn't really have like a set of attacks. It's just the lunge. You get crushed and everything. I
Yeah.
wonder what they'd have to do with Chucky to be like, how do we balance this? Because you have to be like, because there's no Charlotte to like carry, people around or like do anything else. It's just Chucky. So breaking pallets, vaulting windows, checking
Yeah.
lockers and everything is all on like a tiny character. It's like what, a foot tall, like 2 feet
Yeah,
tall.
Yeah.
I mean, they could technically make him a little taller.
Yeah.
Like,
There's some that are like a thigh level from the show, I think.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
He's about thigh level on that. So I guess they just have to mess around with that.
or like even like a werewolf killer, like, or vampire, like some kind of more type of horror thing rather than movie killer, But I don't know. It would be interesting. I'd like to see more people coming to light, because eventually, I mean, they'll hit a plateau. Like, who do we
Yeah.
add? What can we create?
I'd always wanted to see a smoker on there.
Yeah.
From Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh shit!
I feel like that would be fun.
I feel like, oh, it's
They'd
because
have
it's
to
gonna
bring
be.
in. Well, I guess they could flash and break that would stop the tongue.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
More distance grappler, like gunslinger, or deathslinger, but some other mechanic.
I think the only thing that sucks about like trying to figure it out is like each map is gonna be like different for him. So an RPD is gonna have a
Yeah.
harder time like
Or a jockey would be fun.
a jockey. Yeah.
Victor, that's Victor.
Oh, true.
Yeah,
Essentially.
but you can actually control where they go.
Yeah, like tug them along.
Yeah.
I think because you can only do like if they did like a special like 8v2 kind of thing. I wonder how that would play out too.
I think it would
It's
get.
just like a fun custom game. I know it'd be a lot, but it'd be like a fun little custom game.
That would be fun.
If you watch
Oh.
more, they've teased Vlad Dracula.
Dracula would be cool if you could like turn into a bat and move around faster, and then you'd have to like kind of how Wraith and Onryo work now, where they have to come out of that phase to be able to attack.
Mm-hmm.
A goo
So
creature
maybe-
could be cool too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, CG.
Like-
So what are your? Sorry,
Mhm.
I was asked what are your thoughts on Onryo, but you can answer later if you're.
Oh, Onryo. I absolutely like her. I think she's very balanced. Like, the only issue that I found with her is that people tend to tunnel a lot with her if
Mhm.
you're not smart about pulling out the tapes in the area beforehand. But I think as she is, she's a really good killer. I see a lot of people complaining that she has like no in-game like chase abilities, which I can see, but that's like basically every other M1 killer. Like,
Yeah.
you have to be smart with her.
Well,
But I don't see an issue with her.
No, and another thing too is like that's more of a reason to level up other killers is to get their perks to use with that character.
Exactly. I feel like she's balanced. I really like her whole play style. I can't tell you how many times I've caught up to people who are running away, and I'll teleport to a TV in their direction and pop up in front of them and pop them in the face that way. You just have to be smart about how you play her as opposed to like
yeah.
Oni, which is big run, big hit, big like that's it. It's a lot more nuanced in how you have to play her, but I think she is balanced overall. The only thing I
Yeah.
will say is her hitbox seems weird because her attack is weird. But that's about it. I like her though. She's really fucking
Yeah.
cool.
I think just popped up in my head, but another aspect of Springtrap that they were talking about is that he could set up cameras around the map and use those to get a little more surveillance. But of course, that would probably come with like I mean, you're sitting at cameras rather than chasing, so it would be interesting. But yeah, like a goo killer, kind of like how the plague and Nemesis work.
I was
Something
thinking-
to kind of slow you down, or
Yeah, I was thinking like they have like goo patches that you could like run through. And then maybe like Zack, like they have a bounce ability or some bullshit to make him go quicker. Like they can turn to a puddle and slide quicker that way. I think that'd
Yeah.
be really cool.
I'd almost
And-
like to see a lot more like jump scare killers too.
Yeah. I
Have a
hate
little
that
more.
idea. Do you know how many pairs of pants I've gone through while playing Dead by Daylight? Much too many.
Too many. Oh, it would be fun though. I don't know.
Oh,
I've
yeah,
always
it
been a
would.
big fan of horror, and it'd be cool to kind of see that.
Mhm.
But I think in general, just a lot more skins, and I'd like to see a lot more like voice being used in the game, like a lot more catchphrases, kind of like Pinhead has. But I'd like to see almost everybody get some.
You know who I hate that has catchphrases?
Ooh.
Ace.
Ash.
Or
Ash. I can't stand his ass.
Yeah.
He starts talking, and I'm like, who the fuck said that? And I'm like, oh, fucking Ash. Shut your ass up.
Dude, he's fucking loud. Holy shit! If you like at
Yeah,
base,
he is.
if you don't have anything to shut him up, he's super loud.
Like, when he's hurt, he's like on the same level as Bill on how fucking obnoxious he is.
Yeah.
Just like, oh my god, please shut up. I want to invest in Bite the Bullet just so if I ever run into a Bill that doesn't have Iron Will, so I can shut his ass up while I'm healing him.
Yeah. I think another killer idea that would be interesting is somebody who can manipulate the map.
Oh, that'd be
Kinda
interesting.
like a labyrinth killer that can kind of switch things around so you don't, like, essentially RPD but smaller and it moves, you know?
You know what could be fun? Like an actual Minotaur that can send you to an actual labyrinth, and if you don't get out in time, you're dead.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah, like a maze. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
instead of Pinhead putting you in the cage, or Pyramid Head putting you in the cage, it's like a gulag kind of thing where if you don't get out of this scenario, kind of, well, essentially like Piggy's traps. Like if you don't get out of that,
Exactly.
yeah, that would be cool. But it would be something that you'd have to do, or Saw even too. If they changed the whole aspect of that, what if they made it where you had to like search certain things to get a key, and then to go use that to, I don't know, it'd be more interesting to be more involved with getting it off rather than just doing skill checks.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun. Oh, we do already have a Minotaur.
Oh,
The
true.
Oni.
We do. It's the Oni skin. Oh! Speaking of
Oh,
Oni skins,
true.
Oni's getting a new skin and apparently has a unique Mori.
Oh, really?
Interesting.
Yeah, I think we're getting a few new skins that have a unique Moris to them, which is kind of cool.
I think Moris they should bump up their game on too.
At least for the originals.
Yeah, 100%. Because
You know?
Ghostface has a really cool Mori.
I think his is
It is a
lame.
cool Mori.
Really?
I think it's
Yeah.
funny.
I think it's lame. It's just him stabbing people.
Yeah, but
Like,
Well, let's see the
Legion is a
picture.
lot more involved.
I mean, he kind of mounts them and then, takes a picture afterwards.
No, say it to me, Daddy. Oh. No, but I don't know. I feel like his is really lame. I always feel bad bringing in Moris. Like, I feel bad doing it, just straight up
Yeah.
murdering people like that.
Well, I always bring in Moris and I never get to use them. It's almost like a waste for me.
My first day as Lone Dio, I fucking moried the shit out of 4 people,
Nice.
and it was intense. Like, that one is so rude. It's like, let me snap your arm, then your leg to directions they're not
true.
supposed to go in.
Yeah.
And then finally I'll give you a heart attack because I'm maybe somewhat merciful, but no, like, just
I think that one could be I know it's not supposed to be as cool as the actual Mori because that you're doing it like just by somebody holding a tape too long, but I think that one could be a little cooler.
oh yeah. I feel the same thing with Pyramid Head. His regular Mori sucks ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, it's...
I don't think I've actually seen him do a regular, like, real Mori. I've only ever seen the slash one.
Oh, no, the Mori, his actual one's actually pretty cool. He picks up in, like, a wraps up in, like, barbed wire, stabs you through, and turns the knife. It's kind of cool.
I don't think I've seen it since like really early on in Pyramid Head, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it. Who are the killers y'all think need nerfs?
I don't think anyone's nerfed.
Doctor.
I
The thing is, Doctor's
fine
still
as is.
bad. He's still, like...
No.
Because, like,
Doctor's
Just
really
removed from the
good.
game.
he's good at
There's
Paladin
3
Isle.
killers.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I'll say he's good at, like, Paladin Isle and, like, fucking up loops for people. But honestly, if everyone else is just doing gens, he's still going to get fucked up real fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like there needs to be, like, a longer cooldown between his... Well, that's not necessarily true either. I just ran into a situation where we tried to unhook someone, but every time we got into the animation, he would just sit there and shock you until the person unhooked died.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I would like a longer cooldown for that, but also it would make chases so much harder.
Yeah,
I just hate that there's shit that you can do to be like, no, you can't get this person off hook. Period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it's all kind of like Bubba's lore and everything, but I think he's got way too much control, and his swinging frenzy goes on way too long.
Yeah.
That's just my personal opinion, because I hate playing against him, but
I think, in my opinion, there are 3 killers that need nerfs hardcore. And those 3 would be Trickster. Can't stand his ass.
No, please.
Trickster.
yeah.
Nemesis and Pyramid Head.
Why are you doing this to me, CG?
Because they're broken.
They're not Okay, Nemesis gets some weirder hitboxes. With his whip thing, I'll admit sometimes he gets some wacky hitboxes.
Yeah.
I have a whole thesis on Nemesis and why he needs a nerf.
Okay, I want to
Let's
hear
start
this.
with Trickster, though.
Okay.
Trickster starts with way too many knives. He shouldn't be able to down someone and pretty much down a whole team
Oh,
with one set of knives.
we've been just absolutely mauled by tricksters before.
His bouncing blade ability
Oh,
makes looping certain spots impossible.
I love
there's
that,
nothing
though.
you can do. I
The
know
ricochet knives?
because
Oh,
you play him, don't you? Exactly. there's nothing you can actually do once he has ricochet knives, especially on maps like Midwich. There's literally no direction that you can run.
Yeah.
Oh,
That the knives
true.
won't get you.
Well, that was like the time that we played, and he was throwing knives at somebody, and he had ricochet blades and got me from around the corner. I don't even think he knew I was there.
Like, I went up against one the other day against a barn wall behind me and then the loop in front of me. He was shooting them at random above my head, and they were bouncing off the barn wall down into me. I hate it.
Could you compromise it down to making it a red add-on then?
Oh, absolutely.
Because right now
it would have to be. It's busted in my opinion, but I feel like he starts with too many knives to begin with. He is one of the few killers that can camp out a hook and down every single person that goes for it with one reload. Like, he just has that ability, especially with main event. Especially if it's near a locker. He is broken with how many knives he can carry. I know at first he wasn't. Like, everyone complained that he didn't have enough knives, but I feel like at the moment he has way too many, especially with main
42?
event. Yeah, I think you can get more with an add-on.
I think you start at... Is it 42? No, I think it's
42 or 38. It's one
something
of
like
those
that.
oddball numbers.
I think it's 38 because I know I have an add-on, or I usually bring like 8 extra and I get like around 44.
Maybe.
I could be wrong, but I like him a lot though. I like overall he's a fun guy. He's a fun guy.
Yeah, no, I can't stand his ass. Nemesis. He has no weaknesses as a character. None. Like, not a single weakness that you can exploit to try to extend chase. Like, there are people who are good at mind gaming, and that's how they can get away with chases with him. But the character himself doesn't have any weaknesses. His tentacle can hit over objects that they shouldn't be able to hit over. As long as they're not, like, shoulder length height, he can hit over it.
Oh, the trick is duck.
Oh, I know, but here's the thing. Like, if you do that, he barely slows down, so he can just hold up his whip and walk around the loop and hit you that way anyways. Then there's the fact that he can strafe his hit with his tentacle, so even if he misses, as long as his sensitivity is high enough, he can whip around his mouse or what have you and still hit you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he has no weaknesses. I don't think he needs zombies to begin with, and I especially don't think that he should be able to level up his whip on zombies.
I will say... What was it?
It's nuts.
I was going to say, I think when he dropped, I think it was, the idea was like a lot of people were going to come in looking to play Nemesis like right off the bat. So they gave him a lot of tools to kind of be like, you know, for new people. So you could be, so like, even if you're new, you know, you'd be like, oh, I want to play the new Nemesis character because I love Resident Evil. I think they went in with the mindset of like, you know, a lot of newbies will be playing him. So let's make sure that, you know, they don't feel like gypped. Oh, I lose, he's bad.
Yeah. Like, I think Nemesis just has no actual weaknesses. The length of his whip is too long. The fact that he can hit you over shit irritates me. Especially if there's a pallet in front of you, you will be prioritized over the pallet every time. Which is dumb to me. Because it's like, you'd figure the big whip that's hitting downwards would hit the thing in front of you first. But no. It just hits you. So he just drives me nuts. His speed is, for what I would consider a range killer, his speed is too high, I think. Like, he can chase you down and then pull out a whip. And any distance you would gain by running while he still has that whip up, he can just hit the whip down anyways and hit you. Like, he has no weaknesses compared to other killers. Like, Huntress already has a slow speed, and it gets even slower when she pulls up her thing. Trickster also, he gets slowed down when he's throwing. While he does get slowed down while pulling up his whip, he can hit you almost like over almost every loop, so it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
I think he needs to be nerfed. Pyramid Head, I just feel like he's too good at camping. The fact that his cage doesn't count as a hook state is a problem to me, because then BT or DS don't apply as long as you've encaged.
Oh, true.
Which, I've had games that I get fucked over because none of those apply, and he's there immediately and downs me again. That, and I feel like his I feel like there should be a delay between him being able to swing his knife after putting it into the ground for the ranged attack. It's kind of annoying that he can bait out like that he's gonna do the big ranged attack and then pull it up immediately and hit you straight after with no cooldown.
I think there's a bit of a delay on that though, between like even dropping the knife and going for a swing. There's a small delay for a recovery. I think he got nerfed a bit ago, but that might be wrong.
I thought I played him recently. It didn't feel like it.
All I know is
But
I don't see him a lot though,
I
but
do.
usually they do pretty well.
Like, he's one of those champions that or killers that isn't necessarily like the most powerful, but the things that he excels at is camping and then his ability to be able to bait out a hit by putting down his thing and then being able to swing pretty much immediately after.
Mhm.
There's like no faking it out. I don't know. Those are the killers I have the biggest issue with. Oh, I also hate the twins, but that's just because slugging.
Yeah. I've been looking through a list of like horror movies here. How would you feel about a Cujo?
Who? Oh, the
Cujo,
dog?
it's the dog, yeah.
Feel bad about slamming a pallet in a dog's face.
That's
I
true.
wouldn't. Not that
No,
dog.
Cujo's he's a good boy. He got rabies. It's not his fault. Cujo did nothing wrong.
It would be interesting though to play like a non-humanoid character.
We've had video games, right? Like as killers. So, did y'all ever play Parasite Eve?
No.
No, let me see it real quick.
One of the main, like the main bad guy in it. Fucking nutso. Anyways, you get special magic powers in that. That's not considered magic powers, but it's magic powers. And she has like these really gnarly big arms. She's creepy as hell. I think she's cool
Oh,
looking.
yeah.
Does she have a red dress?
Yeah.
Okay, I know what you're talking about then.
I think she would be a really cool killer.
I think just collaborations of other games like they did with Resident Evil would be cool too. Like you were talking about with the smoker earlier, or even like a Charger character would be interesting.
Yeah, I feel like Charger's way too close to Oni though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even Blight.
Yeah. The Witch could be fun.
Yeah. Just I don't know. There'd have to be like a certain amount of like chase time for her to go like ultra. But that's kind of like the Hag too. I think design wise.
Yeah.
I think maybe for some of these, like if it's a little too hard to work into a kit, have them just as skins for other killers.
Yeah.
I mean that's what they do with was it the Crypt TV ones? We got was it Mr. Looksee and all those? Honestly, just give those skins out to like some of the killers already. Like have a Left 4 Dead like pack and stuff like that. That'd be really cool.
Who's like
One
a
sec.
horror game that I just
Outlast.
I was gonna say a head crab.
Oh yeah.
That could be funny. I don't think it would ever like be achievable, but it would be funny.
No. See, I think like it'd be cool to see a lot of these killers in the game, but I really don't know like functionally how they'd work.
Hey guys, I'm gonna be right back.
All right.
Okay. Facehugger like a pig trap. Oh yeah, with the Xenomorphous.
Okay.
That would be
So
interesting.
Trickster does start with 44. I thought so.
Or maybe like a killer with more of like a blinding aspect would be interesting. Like kind of how they were talking about the facehugger, it'd be like limited vision.
Yeah. That'd be fun.
And that okay, like if Mommy would blind you more.
Mommy would blind you more. That's great. Who would be a fun like I'm trying to think of a good horror game with iconic killers.
Yeah. It's kind of hard.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of them are like usually based off of real life things.
Yeah.
But kind of like whoever brought up creepypastas, I think that'd be more
Yeah,
interesting.
like Siren Head, but they're
Yeah,
supposed to be giant, so I don't see a way to feasibly do that.
or Poppy's Playtime, but I don't know how you would do that.
Mm.
Um,
I think a spider killer could be cool.
yeah, have a lot of arachnophobia
Yeah,
spiders, so because I know in Hunt Showdown there's an arachnophobia filter.
there's one for what's it called? Grounded.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Maybe Hunt Showdown doesn't have one.
Grounded for sure has one, and I think it's so
Yes.
funny.
Um, I don't know. I think it'd be for me personally. I think I'd like to see a lot of these killers in it, but I don't know how it'd work.
Yeah, that's
Like,
fair.
like Pennywise would be cool. Chucky would be cool, and I'm sure they'd figure out a way
I mean, we
to
could do
make it
games that
work.
aren't necessarily horror games. Like Fiddlesticks from League of Legends would be really cool,
Yeah,
where they have decoys.
or even just like Marvel villains. It
Mm,
wouldn't even necessarily have to be horror. Because I
that's
know
true.
Trickster's kind of decrepit, but I wouldn't really
I
necessarily
don't know. He's the
call him
one
a
I find
horror.
creepiest of all of them.
Really?
Yeah, he's the one I
Oh,
find creepiest of all of them.
I love the, I love the laugh.
The fact
Are
that
you?
he's like one of those people that like could exist is
Yeah.
terrifying to me.
Are you a Hunter x Hunter fan?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh yes, I
A,
love Hunter x Hunter.
a Hisoka killer.
Oh no.
Just or even more
Ooh.
like combat based characters
See, hmm,
where they have like special moves. Because then you could get
show me a
into a whole
move.
realm of like Mortal Kombat people.
Oh, Mortal Kombat people could be really fun in that game.
Yeah. Like I know Dead by Daylight is just like circled around horror, but I mean you could still add that aspect to it.
Yeah, I don't know. Iron Man gun. Oh,
Iron Man killer.
you know who could be fun if you if you do the Red Sun. Is it Red Sun? Superman, the Injustice Superman, where he goes
Yeah.
fucking crazy, takes over the planet.
Or Batman Who Laughs, where he kills Joker and then the gas from his heart releases and then Batman becomes mad like the Joker.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Plus, I just love the look of the Batman Who Laughs. I don't know what I I've always been a big fan of horror. I never watched the movies as kids, and I think I've said it on other podcasts. But
Oh,
Halloween,
Carnage.
oh
Carnage could be a cool one.
yeah,
Like,
because he could slither around like goop.
yeah, he could do
That would
that.
be
He could
interesting.
probably move around the map very quickly as well.
Yeah. What would you think of more like ranged, like shooters, not like gunslinger, because still has to be fairly close, but like a slow, like sniper kind of killer, where he can injure you from afar, but there'd be a lot more time for you to be able to be rezzed.
I think it would make things way too difficult. I
Yeah,
feel like most of those games would end up with three-genning yourselves.
true. Because I mean, a large part of the game is based on
Movement.
yes.
Hmm.
I don't know. That'd be interesting though.
Oh, the graboids.
Oh,
That would be creepy. Ian, thinking outside the box. But yeah, like the graboids
like
could be fun.
like a Darth Vader or something, some kind of Sith Lord thrown into the game. Good luck
Yeah.
paying Disney off, but
We could do a heartless.
yeah,
Let's see.
those would be. Oh man,
Heartless could be cool. Hmm. I don't know
what would,
though.
what's what's the movie where they're stuck on a beach and there's like little worms in the sand? that jump up and kill them.
Is that not graboids?
Oh, damn it! Yes, they are.
Or
Okay.
tremors? I mean,
Yeah, tremors. Yep. That would be
fucking
interesting if like more of a, or even like a Sandman character, like from Spider-Man, where he could kind of morph into the sand and then he'd pop up and like get you that way.
oh,
Hard and back.
I don't know.
that'd be interesting.
Yeah, we're talking about graboids
From tremors.
from Tremors,
Oh,
the little
that's
worms that grab you and you're quiet.
You're very quiet.
the little I know what you're talking about.
Like worm things. Yeah.
Mhm.
God, I hated that movie.
You know what they should make as the next killer? A giant praying mantis.
Mori just eats your head.
Yeah.
Speaking of giant praying mantis, oh shit! Do you guys ever play War of the Monsters?
No, I've never even heard of it.
Oh my god! So it takes the see giant praying mantis. It's like this old fighting game on the PS2, and you get to play these giant monsters, and it's the best game ever. And you need to play it.
Oh.
What about I know they're supposed to be ginormous, but like a Kong or
That's just a gorilla.
kind of killer.
That's just
Yeah,
a gorilla. Those are already scary now.
Yep.
A regular gorilla is scary. I don't need it to be King Kong.
Okay, fine. What about Godzilla? Someone who shoots freaking lasers out of his eyes and shit,
Freaking.
or out of his mouth.
Freaking laser beams.
He's got freaking laser beams.
Laser beams.
I don't
Oh.
know. There's a lot of interesting things they could technically do.
I would like more bug killers because I feel like bugs are creepy as hell.
Oh, I hate bugs.
Yeah, exactly.
Mothman. You could do a Mothman. Where instead of blinking, he could just fly around the map.
Like, can you imagine if instead of Bird Mommy, they'd come out with a bug-based one?
Oh fuck no. Well, would it still be a woman?
Well, what's
Would it still be a woman?
If you want it to be, sure.
Smash.
Cool. Wow. You
There's,
don't even know what they look like.
Smash.
Oh.
there's a character on Hunt Showdown called the Assassin, and when it hits you, you have like a screen blinder that's like a bunch of cockroaches crawling around your face.
Yes.
Like, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like they could get a little more creepy rather than just like horror,
Oh.
like more like realistic fears.
You know that guy from Naruto, the guy who has the bugs living inside his body?
Shino.
Yeah, that kid.
Yeah.
Someone like that. That's 6 bugs on you, and if you don't like remove them, you take damage.
Yeah,
that could be fun.
What if
earnest birds?
What if they had a new stats effect where it kind of like slowly covers your screen the longer you're like, the more you get infested with, the less of your screen you can see on.
Yeah, we were kind of talking about that. Someone was talking about the xenomorph and like the facehuggers. Oogie Boogie from Nightmare Before Christmas. Oh yeah.
And then
That would be
the
kinda
Mori
cool.
could be you getting consumed by the bugs until you're basically bones.
Yeah.
Gotta spray yourself with like some Raid or something.
Tremors was an awful movie. It's very anxiety struck rather than like, creepy.
Tremors is good. The first one.
I mean, I'm not saying it's not a good movie. I'm just saying like the way it makes me feel. Or even like what if you had like more of a I don't know how you would do Blair Witch.
I don't know either.
I think the maps need to be a little more scary
Oh, for sure.
because some of them are just way too open. Like, I feel like a lot of the time the regents are kind of useless. Like if you bring the murky or the, I mean, of course, if you're playing Ghostface or Piggy, they can use that to their advantage. But I feel like the maps are very visible.
Yeah. You know what's funny?
Hmm.
The reagent that I feel that works the best on is actually a really open map. It's the Crow map. That one with thick mist, it's so hard to tell where people are. It's insane.
Does the Crow map ever go into night mode?
No.
No. It's just really dusty looking, and it's
Yeah.
debilitating. Like, legit debilitating. Like, if
Blair
we
Witch bores survivors to
if
death.
we play tonight, I'll put on a Crow map so you can see. If one of y'all puts on that reagent, you'll see how like debilitating it actually is. It's nuts.
Yeah.
What is it?
Oogie Boogie would be a cool character.
That map is just. I think what would be really interesting
No, I
is
said
adding
the same thing, Hunter.
would be adding a
last would be badass.
was a PVE mode. So like instead of like having like a killer as like a main one, you do like a specific map. So like let's say you get like one like a like what was it? Well, not a funeral home where they keep the bodies after they're dead. Before a funeral. Like yeah, you have to be in a morgue and like there's like slowly the longer you take to do the gens, zombies start coming out of like the little spots in the morgue, stuff like that.
Yeah, or like a catacomb or something.
Just like so you have like a side piece of like a PVE mode, so it's not all just PvP.
Or like
That'd be cool.
Or like you have to like it would take you time away from doing a gen to do something that would set aside that, you know, like let's say like the morgue doors progressionally open, you'd have to go do a different like generator aspect thing to stop that progression. Kind of like holding the box for Pinhead, or what's the other thing? Like you have to hold something or do something to, like you said, PvE to stop that, because that would take time away from doing gens. That would occupy a killer or a survivor. Yeah, that would be kind of cool.
I think Topar is talking about just like a new,
like a game mode, like a separate game mode.
Oh,
like that's so.
Okay.
I think this isn't something they have to do. It's just like it's a lot of work. But if they were to say like, hey, let's add a different game mode, so it's not just like, oh, do the gens and you can leave. But if you were to say like, oh, you need to do XYZ task, then you can leave and see how many people escape, or just like see what your score is, something like that. And like set maps. So like, oh, there's there's like a mausoleum map, or there's a like, so you can like focus more on the map itself, on like, oh, you know, like this, like how scary a map is.
I think like time trials between killers could be cool too. Like, I don't know, like killer against killer could be fun.
Yeah.
Like not necessarily them trying to kill each other, but like there's two separate games going on at once, and you could like keep track of which survivor team is better and which killer team is better.
Yeah.
I think that could be cool.
Or if you had like a killer versus killer, but you had like NPC survivors, and it was like how many you could hook and kill.
That would be fun.
That would be, I don't know. That's kind of where I'm thinking like the 2 killer 8 survivor thing would be more interesting.
But these are all
but maybe second hook would be death hook, so you really only get one chance to get off hook.
One chance and we're ready to roll.
Or maybe like a 6v2, I don't know, because I feel like if you clump too many survivors, it'd get a little OP, but I would like to see them just release new maps. They wouldn't even have to come with killers or survivors. I'd like to just see more maps come in.
Ready for the Haddonfield update. It looks sick from the screenshots that I've seen.
Oh, true. It's coming back, and we're getting an update, and it's fucking...
Yeah.
It looks really nice. Like, they did like a full retouch of it. Like, not like...
It looks stylized AF.
Honestly, holy shit. I'm so excited. It's been... One second, my dog's barking at me. A Trickster map, please. Oh, Trickster, true. Trickster map would be fun.
I don't know what it would be.
A stage and like a I guess like an was not an audience.
Is it bad that I just realized I hadn't filled with removes?
It's been over 2 months.
It's been gone for so long.
Yeah.
Or a recording studio. Oh fuck, something like that. One second, my dog's barking.
Or a pizzeria.
It's not happening.
Ready.
Hey guys,
We'll
look,
see.
real quick. You want to see my dog? Downtown Asian City into a music venue. Ooh, there he is. He's back there. See him?
Oh yeah, low guy.
I do. Adorable.
He's old and stinky.
Look at that cutie.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of cool things they could do with the game, but they'd have to really want to do it.
You know what? I feel like, and this is probably me being crazy, but I feel like ever since the Halloween event, vaulting has been such a pain in the ass, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I get hit more times than not vaulting since the Halloween patch than ever before.
Yeah.
and I don't understand why. Like, I feel like vaulting's been broken ever since then, but that might just be because I'm terrible at the game and I can never gauge it. But sometimes I'll just be like, clear out, and it could just be ping, but like I don't feel like everyone's ping is that bad to where the point that almost all of them you get hit by vaulting windows.
Yeah.
What if you had like a 4v4 Swift where you could like sabotage other people's gens and stuff like that? And it's like first team out kind of game.
That would be funny.
Yeah.
That would be really fucking funny. I don't know. You know they're coming out with a board game?
Mm-hmm.
Oh really? Dead by Daylight?
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see.
See, Jay, I don't want to get camped. Yeah. Well, there's a tweet it's like I can finally return and slap the killer that's face camping me. Oh my god!
What?
I can finally reach over and slap the killer that's face camping me now.
Hell yeah!
That would be a fun like. Of course, we all live in different areas, but that would be a cool little like board game night thing to do.
I mean, me and Tofar live somewhat close to each other, I think.
Yeah,
That's true. Depending on what part of the state he's in.
so
Are you near Dallas?
Huh?
Are you near Dallas?
If by near you mean 6 hours away, then yeah, I'm very close.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm far west southwest.
East.
Mm,
Okay. Never
I
eaten
see, I see,
sake
I see.
waffles.
If you're ever
I was.
if you know San
Oh, what?
Antonio, then yeah, if you're ever in San Antonio, let me know.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
sounds good.
Oh,
God.
true. You can play the DVD game on Tabletop Sim.
Oh, that's cool.
True.
Yeah, that would be fun.
That'd be a lot of
Which-
fun.
That's something I want to get into, is play more tabletop games.
Oh,
If we ever needed a break off of a Minecraft community night, we could do, if you ever get the game, Tabletop Sim.
Mhm.
I got a question for you guys because it's something that's been popping up. I want to see if it affects you guys or anyone else in chat. Recently came out that Twitch is going to be ending their desktop mode, like the desktop app. Do you guys use desktop or Twitch desktop?
Yeah.
Like, for
like
watching?
Yeah, like the
not
desktop
the
app,
website.
not
Oh,
the
that,
desktop
no.
app.
Oh, no,
Oh.
I always use the web browser.
I know my
Cool.
roommate uses the app instead of the browser.
Oh, the reason I'm asking because like they're like, hey, heads up, we're actually shutting it down. I'm like, damn. I'm like, I mean, yeah,
That's probably a small amount of viewers.
I did it for
Yeah.
a while. I would use it.
I mean,
My
It's
default.
clunky to me.
it's so easy for me to just click a link, though, because I have it saved as one of my bookmarks. But, like, Spotify, I have the desktop app, but, like, Twitter, TikTok on my computer is all through web browser.
Yeah,
They probably don't have a high amount of traffic, and it's probably a lot more for them to keep it up.
yeah, it's kind of shit too. Because if I wanted to like check anything like stream stats or anything, I have to go to the Twitch website anyway. So I'm like, I mean, yeah, I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, unless they, like, did something that benefited you using the app, because I'm sure they could make more money off using the app rather than the web browser, but I could see where it's not financially worth it for them to keep it up and do updates on it when they could just use the web browser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really want them to work on the mobile app because I feel like it's dog shit. I don't like
Oh
it.
yeah. No,
Like-
oh
It's always delayed much more than the like website is, and I don't understand why. It always irritates me because I'm like a minute behind everyone else.
Yeah. Which I feel like most people probably do watch on mobile. Maybe
I think
I'm wrong.
so.
yeah. I think
I know a lot of people who switch between the two. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
But-
you get a bigger screen if you use it on console or desktop, but
mhm.
it's just the aspect of quick and easy at your fingertips.
what now?
Shut
Quick
up.
and easy at your fingertips. Like your mom.
Shut the shame. Shame.
Look.
You got some in your face, CG.
Oh yeah, what is it?
This knuckle sandwich.
Oh, I'll be honest. I'm not very scared of that one.
Tastes like piss.
I'd be much more scared if you actually made me a sandwich.
That's
Yo, I
kind
can
of.
make you a fire ass sandwich.
Yeah, but I don't trust in Tofar's ability to be able to like
I don't blame you.
use clean utensils to make me a sandwich.
It's like, dude, I've only used this. I've only used this knife 4 times this week.
Oh no.
I'm a good chef. I have the chef outfit.
Oh, does that mean you actually like
Listen,
have been to culinary school or just have the outfit?
Well, I mean, like I looked at some schools.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm.
I looked at being a doctor too. I know how to stitch up a wound.
Do you have an outfit though?
I could.
I sure do. Amazon will bring it in on Monday.
Oh,
Yep.
see, then you're a real doctor. Like, it's basically a doctor then.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god. Yeah, I've watched. What's his name? What's the TikTok
House?
doctor?
Oh,
No, the TikTok doctor.
I don't
The
fucking know.
handsome
TikTok
one everyone
doctor.
loves.
Grey's Anatomy.
No, it's he's on TikTok. It's like an actual doctor who reviews like.
There's a lot of doctors on TikTok.
Yeah, but he's like
Dentist?
the main. No, maybe he's not even. I see him on Facebook more. I should say.
Facebook, dude. Oh my god. Oh my. What a boomer.
Listen, I find myself scrolling through Facebook and then I click on a video and
Shame.
get
Wow.
sucked into it, and then I'm like,
Wow.
I do it on Instagram too.
Wow.
Shame.
Wow.
Look at this
Shame.
Boomer.
Shame.
Shame. Shame.
Shame.
Shame.
Stop.
Shame.
Stop.
Shame.
Shame.
Wow.
Go to pizza. Go to-
Facebook.
Yeah, but Roman doesn't know how to cook.
I know how to cook. I make curry.
We didn't say that they don't know how to cook. We just were speculating that it probably wouldn't be the best quality.
It would be amazing.
Roman's like, yeah, I'll make you tacos, and I'll be like, yeah, but you can't even speak Spanish.
Oh,
So how good could they be?
Oof.
Oh, I can make. Like, they're easy to make. Grandma, get in here. I'm gonna show these fools what's up.
Tell them how easy tacos are to make.
What type of tacos are we talking about? Like barbacoa or
Oh, I
like
make good
I'll
barbacoa tacos.
I'll make some
Yeah.
GBC,
BBC?
guisado bean and cheese.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, the fuck? I was like, I've never heard of this. What is that?
So guisado's just like it's like I think it's beef, and then it's just like a bean and cheese. It's just a meaty bean and cheese, or just bean and cheese. Actually, those are good too.
Your meaty bean and cheese taco.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Wanna be e-boy.
Look.
Trouser tag.
I don't need to try. Have you seen this hair? I look fantastic.
Oh yeah, Suji, I have an earring.
I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye. You
Oh,
have
wow.
fake earrings. You have fake earrings. Everything.
Let me
about you
see.
is
Let me
fake.
see that hole, Tofar. I want to see the earring hole.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to short on stream. It's kind of gross.
Oh, why?
There's a lot of blood and
But
Oh really?
pussy?
You have blood in your earrings still? You should probably take care of them better.
Yeah.
no.
How about you take those out and clean them?
Well, CG's a
Let's
doctor.
see that.
I'll listen to CG. He's a doctor.
Oh, okay. Send it to me right now.
Oh yeah, let me just.
You can send it on Discord anytime you
Oh,
want.
ow, ooh, that really hurts.
Oh, uh-huh. Yeah, I think tape getting stuck on your ear hair could definitely be a little bit painful.
Hey Roman, next time you put the septum ring in, just give it a good old tug and we'll see how real it is.
Oh, of course. I could just I would, but
Put it in.
I haven't shaved yet.
I have to check the mirror and see where the hole is.
Yeah, that.
Oh my goodness.
CG, stop. You're too
Burger
spoiled.
King.
Is that what you're eating?
Hmm?
Who eats Burger King?
What is that white stuff that keeps showing up on your face anytime you hide your face and eat something?
Why is it all over your mouth? There's some on
Yeah.
your eye too, Roman.
No.
Okay.
I'm not eating anything.
Oh, of course not. It couldn't be. So if you're not eating something, then what is it that keeps showing up on your face? If it's not eating, what other activity are you
Cum.
doing that's making... Oh, wow. Okay.
Speaking
Nice.
of cum, I saw an interesting TikTok today, and it was a girl talking about eyelashes. And
Oh, umbrellas.
yeah, there was a Russian prostitute, or not Russian, sorry, French prostitute who invented them, and she called
Invented
them
fake
cumbrella.
eyelashes.
Yeah, invented a fake eyelashes called cumbrellas because she was sick of getting cum in her eyes.
No shot that's true.
That's why Tofar uses them.
Also, Nick's got a new puppy.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's so cute. I want to see the pictures. Are they in
Yeah.
anyone's Discords?
I think he said, let me put them through a small photo shoot. Lashes do
Yes,
indeed work.
I'm ready.
Nyx can confirm that cumbrellas work.
Oh, wow.
Don't need them.
Yes.
I'm an expert.
Oh,
I need to see the puppy. Is he like a puppy, or is he like a...
Next question.
I'm talking about the dog. You guys
we're no
big,
longer talking about this. Move on.
You guys big Attack on Titan fans?
No.
Yeah, I finished it.
Oh, you did?
Hmm?
The newest episode too?
No, I just read the manga.
Oh, true. I was talking more of the show. But we can skip that since CG's not into it.
I tried to get into the show. I got into like season 2, and then I got so bored.
That was
And
the
then-
first anime I got into.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what started your journey? I think for me it
Yeah.
was Card Capture Sakura.
What an old one too. Damn, CG.
I know. I'm ancient. Did you
Oh,
know?
it's true. You are old, like Pizza
I
Red
know.
and Tashi.
Oh.
I'm older than Pizza Rat. What is my life?
You're still beautiful.
My God. Fucking. It was Card Capture Sakura for me, Dragon Ball Z, and then One Piece. Those are the 3 that I remember. So I'm assuming those are the ones that had the most impact on my life.
Hey, you fucked
Yeah.
with One Piece? Oh, you do. That's right.
Oh, I do. I'm not caught up nearly at all because at one point I lost where I was. And as you know, there's so many episodes and I didn't want to try to figure out where the fuck I was. So I was just like, okay,
That's fair.
I'll get back to it eventually.
I
have not.
I was a very late bloomer on animes.
I feel like anime has this whole stigma to it that causes a lot of people to be like, no, anime's for nerds.
Yeah.
And it's like, yes, but also,
Yeah.
like,
But then they
I
get into
guarantee-
it.
yeah, like,
They usually get like hardcore into it too.
exactly, because anime has a genre for everyone.
Well, it's-
About
yeah,
everything.
like, and the thing too is like nobody recommended me to watch Attack on Titan. I literally just saw it on Netflix, and I was like, "That's a weird concept." And my friends were like, "You should start watching animes." And I was like, "All right." I was like, "Giant humanoids that eat other humanoids and or humans, I guess." But and they have to like fight to protect. I was like, "Hell yeah, I want to watch that!"
Mm.
I just fell in love with it.
See, Attack on Titan is one of those animes that I just... The more I watched it, the less interested I was.
Yeah,
Kind of like My Hero for me.
Base take.
I haven't watched. I've been told to watch My Hero, but then there's a lot of like cringy shipping in the fan base that ruins it. But I don't really get into like.
Just ignore any sort of
Yeah.
fan base about anything. Like,
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't. I mean, like you guys were just talking about the map that was gone. I really don't get into the news.
yeah. Like, I would just ignore it for pretty much any fan base for anything. But,
Yeah,
it's really good. But the more I watched it, the less interested I got in it. Like,
Honestly, same.
I don't know why.
I still like it, but it's definitely not like when I first started watching it.
Attack on Titan. Everyone loves Mikasa. I can't stand her ass.
What?
Really?
What?
She's not a character. She's a reflection of
Yeah,
everything what's his face wants.
Aaron.
Yes. She doesn't have a personality. She
She's
doesn't have
badass,
thoughts of
though.
her own. I don't care if she's badass. She's basically a blade with features.
And
she
an
has
ass.
I don't care about that. I'm gay.
Oh.
She is nothing to me other than like whatever what's his face wants her to be.
I'm
Like-
melting right now.
But where's that posted?
It looks like mashed
My
potatoes.
general.
I need to
Yeah.
see it.
Oh
Aw.
my
Oh,
god.
they're so cute.
Nix. Oh my god. It reminds me of my puppy mine.
They're so fucking cute.
6 weeks old.
I like how you
Aw.
have Discord open and you could just go over to your. Never mind.
Well, so I'm currently screen capturing Discord. So if I were to move over, then it would have shown all of that rather than the faces. So that's why I opted out of it.
But
Pixie? Oh my god.
yeah, legit. I just lost so much interest in Attack on Titan. I just couldn't get behind Mikasa. I know everyone loves her. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, she has no personality. She's not a character. She's just a thing. She's a plot
kind of-
device.
Yeah. I'm kind of a mainstream anime watcher, I guess.
True.
Oh, buddy.
I
Yeah.
know, but for me it was like I've been like branching off, but for me it was like Attack on Titan, then it went to One Punch Man, and then I got into
I'm curious.
Tokyo Ghoul.
Did you not consider Pokemon to be an anime?
Yes, it is anime.
Yeah, I guess, but my like perception of getting into anime was more like Japanese style. I guess because like I don't know, Pokemon to me is technically, well, not technically, but like to me it's more of a cartoon, which I know is anime. But I don't know. I meant more like, I don't know. It's hard to explain.
No, that's why I asked, because I was like,
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if you considered it to be an anime or not. By the way that you
Yeah.
said that, it
Because I mean, if you're classifying Pokemon as an anime, then I've always been into like adult anime, like super heavy into like Family Guy when that first like got popular, and then watch Bob's Burgers all the time, King of the Hill. But that's not, to me, that's more like
those
an
are more
Americanized-
animations.
right?
I would consider Pokemon more of an anime than an animation.
Okay.
Well, because
then I guess Pokemon was the first one I got into.
That's just my consideration. Like,
Yeah, okay. Nick summed it up. Cartoon more younger audience centered, and then anime more older audience.
No. Anime just means like Japanese animation. And the thing is with
Yeah.
anime, you get anime from like kid stuff to like all the way to like adult stuff. So I mean,
yeah,
the
Like-
idea of like cartoon is more of like a Western thing. I mean,
Well, it's definitely not.
well, no, like not, like the term like cartoon, or like what
Yeah.
it can mean. Like, oh, cartoons are kid things. It's not true, but like,
that's
When
the
you tell-
implication you get from it.
yeah, when you tell someone, oh, I watch cartoons, like you can mean like Family Guy and a bunch of like adult animation stuff, and like those are like all kid stuff. But if you go to Japan, you're like, yeah, I watch a lot of animation or anime. They'll be like, oh, that could mean like a lot of things. That's like I
Yeah.
watch TV.
That's fair.
I had a weird experience with one of my bosses a few days ago.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
It was just because he said the term, and it really threw me off. According to Family Guy, and that really caught me off guard. I was like, "What? According to what now?" we were in a meeting, and I was like, "I still he's really funny. He's a cool guy and everything." He just said that, and it really threw me off for a second. I was like, "According to what now? Did you say Family Guy?"
He's like, in fact, I did, Peter.
Peter.
Hey, Peter.
No, it just threw me off. I heard that. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Oh my goodness. I wouldn't be able to take anything they said serious after that.
No, they're really cool. But he just said that one time as a joke. We were joking with something. And he said that, and I was like, "Say Family Guy, real quick, my man." I've never expected someone to say according to Family Guy.
All right, pause.
Mhm.
My guy really just say Family Guy?
Yes, they did.
Ugh.
Is it appropriate too? HR has been notified. Thank you for your service.
You'll be getting your severance package in the mail.
Exactly. I got that.
That's funny.
Anyways, we were talking about anime, and
Yeah.
I lost my train of thought.
You were talking
Yeah,
to
but
Mikasa.
Oh, I can't stand her ass. I can't. I really can't. I just. She's not a character. And I feel like eventually she's going to grow into a character. But at the moment, she's a potato. She's a nothing. She's a nothing that does cool things. Which I can see why people would be appealed to her for that. But I'm not.
Yeah. That's why I like One Punch Man, man. He's just goofy and he just punches things.
See, but he has a personality about it.
Yeah.
He has goals and aspirations. She does not.
True.
She is there to like latch on to what's his face.
Aaron?
Yeah. Like, as far as I can tell from the first 2 seasons, she is there to be Aaron's butt buddy, and that's a bit. That's it.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of that is due to like him saving her life.
It makes sense the more you go on. I just don't like Mikasa. I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Now Hanji, that's a character.
I think Mikasa, I think she was like really weak until she met Eren, and Eren's who gave her strength. In a sense, like when they were younger.
See, here's my thing about that. She is strong in that she can fight. She's weak-willed as a person. She would never cow down to anything he ever said ever. Like, at least not from where I've seen. Maybe towards the end game, now that he's going... that's spoilers.
Yeah.
He did nothing wrong, guys. He did nothing wrong. They had it coming.
Oh my god.
I just think she has a very slow character development.
Yeah, until she shows anything that's remotely not robot, then I will get interested. But as of right now, she's not a person. She's an accessory. She's an accessory to the story.
Yeah, I think she has a very torn perception on the whole thing, and that's what kind of keeps her robot. But I don't know. I'm like 2 episodes behind right now, so.
Like, I feel like now that Aaron's doing some sus shit, maybe she'll finally grow as a person.
He did nothing wrong, guys. They had it coming.
Oh my god.
Fuck him.
Armin's the real hero.
What was it?
He's the real main character.
I remember one time, as a joke, I was DMing someone, and I said, yeah, you look like you'd probably really like Attack on Titan, you basic motherfucker, something like that. And they were, shut the fuck up, Roman. And I want to DM them and be like, I'm so sorry, it's actually really good.
It is good.
It's great. What's your all-time favorite anime? Or top 3 if you can't pick one.
Okay. That's easy. It's gonna be JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Pete, I fucking swear if you ask it, I will literally cut contact with you.
Oh.
Don't you fucking ask it. Don't you fucking ask the question. I know. I see that fucking goofy smile on your face. Don't you dare. If I hear the word JoJo from your fucking mouth right now, I swear to on God, if you say which one is JoJo, on God, I will rain hellfire upon Wisconsin.
Wait, which one is JoJo?
I'm gonna
Thank you,
fucking
CG.
scream.
It's like holding in a sneeze. Thank you. Which one is JoJo though?
That's fucking it. I'm going to Wisconsin now. That's it. I'm fucking up all those cows.
I couldn't do it. And I know you won't rain hellfire onto Texas.
Oh, you're fucking wrong. I so would.
It's already there. Roman, you rain hellfire on Wisconsin. I'm sending a snow flurry your way.
Oh my god.
And then you'll really be crippled.
Stop.
What, are you going to shut down everything because you got a little dusting of snow? Huh?
Maybe.
Yep. Yeah.
It was bad that year, though. I will say.
Last year?
So
or
somebody had to go to camp.
It was last year. Or I guess the year before that, technically.
No, dude. It was his stupid daughters, dude.
Right.
Dude, his stupid daughters made him go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a meme that was like Ted Cruz's wife watching Will slap Chris Rock, and it was like a crying animation because Trump absolutely destroyed his wife.
Oh yeah,
shit about it.
Dude, I wish I could destroy Ted Cruz's wife.
Oh my goodness!
No way!
Wow.
Didn't know you were into horse-looking girls.
Wait a minute.
She takes horse girls into a whole new level. She's not good looking, Roman.
So it means she can ride. You know what I'm saying, boys?
Oh,
No, she
Come
looks
on.
like a horse. She's not a horse girl. And her kids look like they bite you when you go to meet them. Like you go, oh, I'm Pizza Rat, and they snip at you, and you're like, oh,
You want an apple,
oh,
buddy?
get your
Like
dog.
like a snapping turtle.
Yeah, pretty much.
Holy shit! Fucking
Oh,
right.
get your dog.
I don't know if you guys have ever seen JoJo. Have you ever seen like the aura around a person?
Mm.
I'm really
Which
honest. I'm
one's
looking
Joe?
at. I'm gonna fuck. Don't. I'm looking at a picture of Ted Cruz's wife, and I see the aura around him, but instead of like energy, it's just racism.
Oh, I hate my state so much. I love Texas, but I
Hey.
hate it.
I hate mine too.
I also hate Wisconsin.
Fuck Ron Johnson.
So now we have JoJo as one of your favorites. What would be the other
Oh,
two?
yeah.
Oh, Death Note. What? No, Death Note's. Death Note's too solid. It's hard not to have it at the top.
Yeah.
And then
I feel like that's an obvious one.
maybe like One Piece.
Okay.
I think the quality of One Piece doesn't drop off. There's certain arcs where I'm like, eh. But for the most part, if you like go through it, it's really good.
Yeah. All right. What about you, Pizza Rat?
I'd have to say One Punch. Erased is really good, and probably Hunter x Hunter. Honestly, that or Assassination Classroom.
That is a good one too.
I would take I would take Erased out, although I freaking love it and I've seen it multiple times. I'd take it out only because it's a season long, and I'd probably replace it with Assassination Classroom.
Okay.
That one made me cry.
I feel like, oof. I'll get back to crying in anime. I feel like for me, my top three would be Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Like, that was just fantastic. If you haven't seen it, I would recommend it any time of the day. For my favorite, like, fighting anime, if you haven't seen Black Clover, I would recommend the shit out of it.
I've seen it. I've seen it listed. I've been meaning to get around to watching it.
It's gonna get rough through the first season. I'm telling you right now, the main character's annoying as fuck until the second season. He tones it down a bit,
Yeah,
but
I
he
got through,
screams a lot.
I got through dubbed Attack on Titan, so
No, it's so bad. You thought
Really?
Naruto?
Worse?
If you ever thought Naruto was bad, he's like 4 times worse.
I've never watched Naruto.
I fucking hate. I like the show of Naruto. I just don't like Naruto.
Yeah,
The character.
That's the reason.
If
I've
you
never
thought he was
watched it.
annoying, the main character in Black Clover's 4 times worse. Absolutely dreadful to watch to begin with. I really like that one because the magic is really neat. The main character is really fun, and the female characters actually progress at pretty much equal strength to most of the male characters, which doesn't happen often in shows like that. Like
true.
ever. And I think my last one would have to be Fruits Basket because it's so cute and makes me feel nice.
Oh, my sister loves Fruits Basket.
It's all about acceptance and basically abusive families. I think you might enjoy it if you don't go into it being like, oh, this is an anime for girls or whatever the fuck.
Oh, and I mean, you could say that about Assassination Classroom too. It's very cutesy.
It is, but it's also about murdering someone, right?
Yeah.
I love Koro Sensei. Oh my god.
I love the man with the gun,
He's so
and
fucking funny.
he goes, man, I sure do love soup, and he dips his whole gun in the soup, starts suckling on the gun like a penis.
Oh my god, that
was-
fucking dude was ridiculous.
That was such a good scene.
Also-
I had to rewind it a few times.
Also, the one teacher.
Oh, bitch sensei?
Mommy milkers. Oh.
I want
Pretty
to
sure her name is
Oh.
Bitch Sensei.
God Eater's really good too. If you haven't seen that,
I've never watched it. I wasn't ever interested in it.
it's 1 season long, but that's another good one.
I'll have to recommend you some shit, Pizza Rat.
Yeah, no, I'm down. I watched Promised Neverland, but the second season was so fucking disappointing. I haven't finished it.
I've heard.
Yeah, that's because they
They jumped,
deterred
like,
so much from the
too far.
manga.
Yeah, which I love. Tokyo Ghoul But third season is like a fever dream to me because I can't watch it and comprehend what's happened.
I also don't comprehend a lot of pizza. It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the
Okay.
opposite question: which animes do y'all hate the most?
I don't think I've seen any that I've like hated.
I've got
Beastars.
one in particular that I just fucking can't stand.
Beastars?
I'm willing to hear. No,
Well,
Beastars is good.
Beastars was okay. Yeah, I liked it.
Is it really?
It's actually
It's
like
fun.
go watch the intro for it. It's really cool. It's like a not claymation. It's a they have little like stop motion figurines. It's really cool. Go watch that. And it's a good song.
Oh, you know what you should watch? There's only one season and it's an incomplete show, but I feel like you should watch it anyways because it's really cool. Land of Lustrous. Amazing. Really cool, like 3D animation. Think Ruby-esque. It's really fucking cool looking.
Yeah, I could never get into Ruby.
Ruby was great.
I had a friend tell me about Ruby, and I just
My
didn't
friend
care.
Ethan's obsessed with Ruby.
What was
The
it?
story's really good and the fight scenes are fantastic, so I really like it. Oh, the
Anime you don't like?
yeah, the one I fucking hate the most, Sword Art Online. It's such a dog shit anime.
But dude, he's gonna kiss his cousin or sister or something, dude.
Oh, okay. There's worse. There's much worse actually. There's this anime called My Little Sister's the Cutest, where he gets together with his little sister. It's as bad as you think it is.
Yeah.
I mean, she's like 17 or 18, I hope, or 16.
That still doesn't make
I don't fucking know.
it still doesn't make
I
it
don't
better.
fucking know. But it's fucking wild, and I dislike the whole concept of the show. It's very fucking weird, and I don't like it.
if you guys have seen Yasuke, that's a really good one too.
I've not heard of it.
It was released in I want to say 2021 last year.
Oh, you know one you would really like, Pizza Rat?
What's that?
And I'm willing to put down money on this. Dororo?
Oh shit, that's another good one.
Not Durara, Dororo.
Okay. I'll have to find these.
How do I spell that?
Dororo, I think.
Doro.
Doro e Doro?
Is it Dorohetoro? I can't remember.
Is that the alligator one?
No.
Oh, okay.
The Legend of Doro and Hyakimaru.
Yeah, that's the one.
Jesus, I couldn't read that name.
Oh, Doro. Okay.
I think it's usually just called Dororo.
Oh, okay.
I'll check them out.
Like, if I'm just going to give you a synopsis, it's about a person whose limbs got stolen by demons, and he has to go around killing the demons to collect those limbs back.
Based.
That's pretty similar to Doro e Doro, where, and then I can't remember what. I can't remember what the
Wizards.
term they use, but is it just
No,
wizards? Sorcerers, yeah, I believe. Whatever, they turned him into this like alligator-looking
Wizard, yeah.
guy.
I couldn't get into that.
Oh, really? I like
At
the
all.
animation style of it.
I could not. And the animation style is exactly what got me off of it.
Really?
Oh, fair enough.
The main female character who looks like a giant baby-ass person.
Yeah, that's fair.
She looks like
Fair.
a toddler with...
She's badass though.
I don't care. She looks like a baby.
But they have the
Like-
big, strong, muscly girl in it.
But
That's
they
her.
have...
That's who we're talking
that's who we're talking about. She looks like a baby.
Wait, no, the big one with white hair?
Oh no.
On-
No. That's the main girl. The side character who is
I couldn't get too far into it, so I couldn't 100% say, but...
Oh, fair.
Like, legit. She looks like a baby. She looks like a baby person.
Yeah. I don't know. It's the face that's really weird.
Yeah.
Because it's like a super good looking, like the body looks like fine. And it's the face, like, there's like, there's like eyes, nose, and like, I don't know. It's just very simple compared.
Mm-hmm. It's very weird. She looks like a child, and I'm not 100% down with it.
The world is super interesting. I remember watching it, and it's just a really interesting world and everything.
Mm.
Like a lot of stuff happening in it. So good there.
There's definitely animation styles that deter me from watching animes.
Oh, you know what's a really good one that I feel like y'all might not want to watch because of the animation style?
What's
Ranking of Kings.
Ranking of Kings.
Absolutely, like, watch that one if you're gonna watch anything this year in anime.
That one.
that? Oh, it looks a little.
I think
little cute animations.
I think I've seen something about this one like prior to coming out. He looks like a little frog.
Oh, that looks like it looks like the Totoro animation style, which I have not seen yet.
Watch it. It's so fucking good. Like, fantastic. Clear, like,
Yeah,
already one of my top animes ever.
I really like the Death Note, Erased, Parasite, those kind of like animation styles, and like I feel like just how Gon looks, Hunter x Hunter was like a stretch for me, but I'm glad I watched it because I love it.
Ooh.
But I don't know. I kind of like the whole like I don't know that kind of
Super
animation
stylized.
style. Yeah.
You should watch, I think it's K.
Okay.
Yeah.
Akame Ga Kill is another good one.
Akame Got Kill was great until the end.
Yeah.
The end lost me real hard.
Yeah.
Like, it turned from, like, this well-thought-out, like, assassinations to all-out brawl screaming until you get more powerful. Emotions are the answer. Friendship forever. I fucking hated it. The end was so irritating to me.
Pizza Rat.
Go for it.
Anime I think you'd really like is Prison School.
That was so
I watched the
stupid.
first.
Oh wow!
Wow!
That was a test, Pizza Rat. You fucking failed. Shame.
I didn't finish it. I'll shame you.
Oh.
You've seen it.
Tokyo
Tokyo Revengers was really good, but it's essentially a very similar plotline to Erased, in my opinion.
My friend got angry with me because they were describing Erased to me, and I figured out who the killer was based on the description.
Oh
And
my
they're
god!
like-
So, no, I was gonna say no spoilers, but I was watching it with Roman and Planty, and Planty hasn't finished it, but they were like, "Oh, I bet it's this person," and I'm like, "Shut up!"
because it's super obvious. Because like,
I don't know, because I was blindsided. I really wasn't looking.
Oh,
'Cause
just
when I was,
by the description, I knew who the fuck it was.
no, because what
Really?
happens is a lot of mystery stuff. Well, they'll never blindside you that hard. They'll always be like every character they introduced is going to be like integral to it. So you can kind of just like deduce it and be like, oh, okay, well, it can't be this person, can't be this person, can't be this person.
Yeah.
Like it'd be a stretch. So by that point, I was like,
I think-
I kind of got to know who it is.
Oh,
Yeah,
here's
I didn't really go into it trying to solve the mystery. I was really just going into it to like enjoy it, you know. I don't
Yeah.
know. I didn't really think too much when I was watching it.
so without getting into spoiler. Well, that would be a spoilers.
Because I mean, there were hints towards it, but I probably didn't see them. Roman, could you wait till after the podcast?
I'm
I
just
know exactly.
moisturizing.
Jesus fucking
Look,
Christ!
I just like having soft hands.
Yeah, I didn't see your hands in the beginning.
Oh, did you ever get that exfoliator I sent you?
Oh shit! No, I'm gonna do that right now or after the stream.
Like, I feel like you would like it.
I like having really soft
Very
hands.
soft hands.
I like it because people will be like, "You have soft hands," and I go, "Yeah, I know.
Thanks.
Thanks." I jerk off a lot. I mean, moisturize.
Imagine them holding your hands.
Okay, CG, come on.
What?
You can like believe that, you know. What else? I don't think there are any animes.
I just pissed off my friend because I was like, "Oh, it's definitely this person." There's absolutely no doubt in my mind that it's this person. They're like, "How the
Yeah.
fuck would you know? You haven't even seen a single episode."
Because it's obvious.
Because it's obvious.
Yeah.
Also, you
but-
talk about that mom character. She was fucking. Oh.
I've still not seen a single episode. There's no reason for me to watch it now that I know who the killer is.
Just watch the first one. You can see the mom, and you go, "Oh." Maybe you won't.
We literally like 4 episodes in had to set like guidelines to Roman. Like there was a boundary because anytime the main character's mom would come up on the stream, he'd be like, "Oh, she could do that
Oh
to me.
my!
She could step on my feet or step on my face."
Okay. On a very similar vein to what we're talking about,
Okay.
have y'all seen Konosuba?
No.
Which one is Konos? That's the magic one, right? Has the character Aqua?
Yes, that's the one.
I've heard like things about it, but I've never really been interested. I know in the movie
so
there's
fucking funny.
So
I've
that's I don't know. That's the anime. Like Ruby is like an animation style that's what's deterred me from watching it.
I would give it a watch. It's like all
It's
about
so
this guy
long,
who gets
though.
what?
Ruby.
Oh, Ruby. Oh,
Yeah.
definitely give that a
You were
watch.
talking about Konosuba.
Oh, Ruby isn't as long as you think it is because a lot of the episodes range from like 5 to 10 minutes.
Mhm.
So like none of them are actually a full length anime. Like there's some that have like a lot of action that are.
Yeah.
But you could probably sit down in a single evening and get through all of Ruby and still have time left over in the night.
I mean, I loved Achievement Hunter. Back in the day, I'd watch like the Let's Plays all the time, but I never even got into like Red versus Blue.
Oh, I loved Red versus Blue too.
Yeah.
But Konosuba, you should watch it. It's about a shit-sane person who comes into an isekai, and he's just a giant shit stain of a person, and everyone knows he's a shit stain.
I don't like isekais. I'm gonna be honest. I've tried watching about a couple. I don't like fantasy and anime. I just don't care.
Oh, okay. So I have a couple fantasy animes that you should watch.
Okay.
A couple isekais at the very least.
I've tried a couple.
So, have you seen Slime?
I've started Slime, and people tell me it's good. I watched like the
That one gets
episodes.
hardcore. That one gets hardcore. There's that one. I would recommend. I'm a spider. So what? Or some shit like that.
Let me pull it up. I'm gonna put these all up on listing so I have them like kicking the pack.
Yeah.
When it comes to anime, I am very good at anime.
I think I've heard about. So I'm a spider. It, like they start off as a low level mob, right?
Yeah, they start off as a low level spider.
I might check this one out. I like the. I don't know. I think when you change something about an isekai to make it a little more interesting, I can kind of be like, okay, let me hear you out. But a lot of the ones just kind of.
You would like Slime for that reason too. I feel like. Ascendance of a Bookworm. If you like really slow, thought out animes.
No, I don't. I'm bored. No, fast.
Okay, that one's really fun. It's about like a girl who really loves reading books, but she's born into a world where like books are really only ever used by nobles. Like, and she's in dirt poor family.
Oh yeah.
So she goes about.
I can't read. I wouldn't like this.
Yeah, I can't read either. CG.
No. Oh no. Anyways, anyone else who's listening, if you like isekais, but you don't want just action fantasy isekai, that's the one. Ascendance of a Bookworm. Season 3 is about to come out soon. Top tier. And Konosuba, because that one's hot dog shit and I love it.
Oh, is it? I've seen Re:Zero.
Re:Zero is fantastic.
I think I'm in the middle of season 2.
Dude, the last few seasons are great. My friend dropped off on them, but my other friend, me and him, just keep getting more and more invested into it because it's probably see that one I would consider it slow paced too.
It was really hard to get through. Season 1 bored the shit out of me, but I made a bet with a friend. I was like, if you watch this, I'll watch this, and I was like, all right, cool. And I started season 1, and it was boring as shit. I couldn't stand it. And like right near the end, I'm like, okay, kind of get interesting. And then season 2, I think I was already kind of hooked, so I was like, I'll write it out.
Yeah. The next one after that's kind of the same vein where my favorite thing about that show is that everything starts slow and then it slowly starts picking up like, holy shit, how the fuck are they going to get out of this?
Yeah. It's just like a puzzle, and I'm like...
Yeah. It's really good. I really enjoy it.
What else?
But yeah, isekais are interesting. They're a lot of power fantasy, which I don't necessarily like in a lot of them.
Yeah.
Like, just escapism at its maximum. However, that's why I like Konosuba so much, because it's like, we know that this character, or this main person, is a piece of shit. And the other characters are also aware that he's a giant piece of shit. But you can watch their antics together. It's so good.
What was that?
Oh, God. What were we talking about before all those?
anime. I was gonna say I started a Full Metal Alchemist, the base one or whatever it's called, just the first one. And I don't think it's
I
a
would
spoiler.
start straight on Brotherhood.
That's what I thought. But I had a friend who's like, no, you gotta just try. They're like the original one's still really good. Just try it. And I'm like, I'll watch both. I don't give a shit. I have free time sometimes. And I got to this.
Told. Oh, go for it.
I was I got to the episode of the dog girl, and I was like, wow, that made my day so much worse. Like instantly. I've seen so many memes, and I knew it was coming, and I just didn't know when. I think I was tempted to be like, you ruined. I was tempted to text him. I was like, you ruined my day, and I hate you.
Yeah.
I was so upset. I was like, wow, I'm having an awful day. And then I see what happens to them at the end. I was like, wow, I'm in such a bad mood now.
Yep. It's so rough. It's not a happy anime. It's not meant to be either.
Also, what the fuck? Ed's like 14?
Yeah. They're both very young.
Yeah, that threw me the fuck off because someone's like, he's like 14, and I'm like, how the fuck is a 14-year-old doing this? Like, I know anime is about like, oh, dude, I'm the strongest 12-year-old in Japan or whatever. But just learning he was 14 was really weird to me.
But in this case, it's not even that they're the strongest either. It's just that they just have a shit ton of hardships that they have to get through. Like, realistically, I don't think Ed wins all that many fights, I don't think.
No,
like, a lot of the stuff that they go through is always bittersweet, which is why it's so good, because it isn't set in the expectation of the good guy's always going to win, because in this one, it's like, bad things happen and it sucks, and you have to move on.
Also, the fact that it fucking starts, like, it shows, like, midway, like, a part of their journey a little earlier on, or a little later on, and then it goes back to show you what happened, what they went through before, threw me off, and I was like, wait a minute.
I hate that.
Because it was like a big spot between me watching, so I was like, what the fuck's going on right now? And then I was like, oh. Yeah.
I don't really care for backtracking in animes because it gets really confusing for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes it works, but...
You know what's, like, a really fun anime that just, when it came out, is known for being horrible for what it did?
Is it Goblin Slayer?
Oh, that one too. The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya?
Oh, wait a minute. It's the 13 days or something repeat, right? 7 days?
Yes. The Terrible 7 is what they called it. So, Pizza Rat.
What's it called?
The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. I think something like that.
Yep.
I can't fucking spell that. Never mind.
I just have a bunch of tabs open with these animes.
There's a series of like 7 episodes. This might be a spoiler.
I don't think anyone cares.
Yeah, that's fair.
Wait, when did it come out?
Fucking when I was in middle
2009.
school.
Yeah, okay, you can.
Okay, so
It's been on long enough.
What happens is that this guy gets invited to this club by this girl named Haruhi, and she made the club because she's very bored in life, and she made it to find espers, time travelers, and aliens, because she thinks that there has to be something else out there. There's 3 other members already in it, and then the insert character, which is the normal person of all of them, is just there hanging about. Anyways, you start finding out that, like, Haruhi is, like, basically a god who is bored enough that she created all of these races and time travelers and aliens and espers. So they're basically there to keep her entertained enough to not want to just scrap the world and begin anew. Anyways, there's a series, like a couple episodes in the show called The Terrible 7, which is just the same episode straight for 7 episodes. There's no difference between it as far as I know.
What?
Yeah.
And then at the end of it, they're like, have you not realized that we're living the same 7 day, like we've been going through this day 7 days in a row? And you're just like, that's what all of this was for? You set all of this up for that?
7 episodes.
7 episodes straight.
So you're telling me, I'm guessing the episodes came out every week?
No, I watched a video on it, and there was like a gap between episodes. It wasn't like, I think it may have been monthly. I can get double checked on that, but there was like a decent chunk of time between each episode, and some were a little longer than regular, like still a regular gap.
Are you kidding me?
So yeah, so people were like, because the arc is famous in it because like it's like goes on for a long time, not within the manga, but like within universe, it takes place over the course of like thousands of years. He keeps repeating the day again and again and again and again. So everyone's like, oh, I wonder how they're gonna do that. And then they just were like, hey guys, here's 7 of the same episodes. Good luck, guys. Goodbye.
Dude, could you imagine being a child waiting a whole ass month, even a week, for an episode, and it's the same shit? Oh.
See what episode
I
is
mean,
it?
Wild.
You're really.
Oh.
That's like.
It's Endless 8.
That's like.
Oh, the Endless 8?
Yeah, let's see.
So it's 8 episodes? That's some shit like Netflix could get away of, because they'll usually drop an entire series right away. But to wait that long.
Well, it's kind of
an
the point,
episode.
though.
No, I get the artistic value of it, but could you imagine like turning it on? You're like, oh, this is the new episode, and you're like, oh, it's the same thing. Wow.
Oh yeah,
that's ingenious because you're making good money on just putting out the same thing.
Then it's not even. It is like Control C, Control V. All right, boys, pack it up. We're going home tonight.
Yeah. Well, you just make the episode once, and then you just rerun it and say it's another episode. You just give it a new title and new intro. Well,
that's the only anime I've ever seen that did anything like that.
Which is kind of cool, but at the same time, like,
it's not
also
cool.
terrible.
No. That's
But
essentially
now,
me wasting 4 or 5 years of my life not realizing I could watch season 2 of Attack on Titan for so long.
yeah, that's fair. I mean, with the infrequency of how those come out, like,
Yeah.
I'm okay with like forgetting about an anime for a year or two and then being like, oh, there's 2 more seasons, dope. But this is on a whole nother level of fuck you.
Oh, dude, I waited 2 months.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, but like, they were out, but I was waiting for them because I thought it was only on Netflix. Like, I knew you could go on like Crunchyroll or something and watch it, but I never got any of those. So 2015 is when I first watched Attack on Titan, and then I was like, shit, like everyone's talking about it, you know, on the like Japan side. Like, I knew they were releasing it, and I'm like, when is this shit gonna come out so I can watch it? And it wasn't till like last year that someone was like, maybe it was 2 years ago, but they're like, oh yeah, you can watch it on Hulu or whatever, and I was like, no fucking way. It's
Tell
been
me
out
why
for this long.
Tell me why Hulu is much better with anime than freaking Netflix.
I fucking hate
don't know.
Hulu. I hate it because you can pay for it and still get ads.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah, because then Hulu is progressionally moving towards like a TV provider, where Netflix is kind of staying more true to a web.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
They
pay a
kinda
shit ton
have
of
to,
money.
though.
Instead of paying my phone bill, I just pay for Hulu for the family, and I pay $90 a month for Hulu Live.
Oh.
And to me, I'm like, you're telling me that when I go to watch, you know, anything that's not on a channel I don't pay for, I have to watch commercials, and I'm spending almost $100 a month.
Gross.
Like, seriously?
I fucking
Gross.
hate cable so much.
Yeah, and
Like-
I feel like that's the worst thing that Hulu's doing right now. Is like like years ago Hulu was fine, but the second they got to live, then it really switched. Because the other thing too is you can't have Hulu Live without having ESPN and Disney Plus bundled in it.
I think the issue is that a lot of companies are also making their own services. Look at HBO,
Yeah,
or NBC has, what is it, Peacock? Or
Yeah.
whatever now. So, like, they have to spice it up some way for them to be able to do anything,
right.
really. Otherwise, I feel like there wouldn't have been this issue to begin with.
Yeah,
Disney
but
Plus.
yeah, even with like Hulu though, it's not like you can pay for no ads and then be told like, by the way, if you want to watch this, it's not part of this bundle. You just click on it and see an ad, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Now I have to watch ads.
I mean, I only use Hulu for anime, basically. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like they have the best service
Yeah.
for anime, like, between like obviously Crunchyroll exists and they have like the most extensive, but between
So
Hulu and Netflix, Hulu is better with anime because they have ongoing animes. Like
Yeah.
they'll weekly come in with the subbed episode of the newest anime coming out.
Yeah.
Unlike Hulu, it's like, okay, well now I have to wait for the show to end, and then maybe half a year later it'll be there.
I don't feel like Crunchyroll is very user friendly to new users.
Yeah,
Because for me, it took a little to like, I don't know. It's not like you can just scroll through the homepage, and maybe I just haven't used Crunchyroll enough. But that's kind
I
of how
think they just redid it because everything's rolling over to Crunchyroll now.
Yeah, because Funimation, they were bought out or something.
So was
They're basically
Verve was always part of Crunchyroll,
Verve?
but now
Fuck, Verve 2 years ago, 3 years ago, it was so fucking amazing. It was like $10 a month, but you got Crunchyroll, Funimation, like Rooster Teeth, like you got a shitload of stuff to like you could watch them.
yeah.
And then they were like, "Hey, we're actually not doing this anymore." And I was like, "Well, I don't want to pay for Verve. It's just like Crunchyroll. It's more stuff that I don't care about."
My biggest issue with Crunchyroll is they didn't have a big variety to begin with. Like they had some stuff, but more of the risque, like mature shit didn't end up on Crunchyroll whenever I was on it to begin with.
What was it?
Also, Cartoon Network bought out Funimation, I believe.
Did they?
Interesting.
I think
Oh no,
so because
it's Time Warner then. It's just
yeah, but I can't like you can't watch an episode on Hulu that has the Funimation intro without watching a cartoon like Welcome Back to Toonami and we'll be back after like you have to see that and I fucking hate it. Not gonna lie.
Can I be honest?
Toonami has lore. Oh, what was that?
Oh no, go on. No, go on. I was going to talk about Toonami. Go on.
Oh, I was gonna say Toonami has a whole lore to it. The character.
Yeah, Tom.
Oh really?
Yeah. It started out as like a little mini, closer to what you would consider an alien type being, and then it died at some point, and it got replaced by the new Toonami, which is just like a clone, upgraded version of the original Toonami mascot. There was like a whole thing where they got murdered and came back.
It was infection or parasite or something. I love the vibe with like old Toonami. I don't watch any of it, but just like going on watching like old like anime on Saturdays, it takes me back. Let's see, Toonami. What was it? The Intruder. That's what it is. It's like a mini, like shorts, and it's slowly like it's like a horror movie essentially. And then he dies. They get a new one, and they keep doing it again. And I think we're at Tom 4 now. I want to fucking talk about Tom right now because we're just talking about it now. Back in like 2005 or 6, when Toonami was ended, the first time it ended, they had like a really shitty Tom, and I hated it. Like they gave him like a face or something, and it was awful. And then they signed off. They're like, no more Toonami, guys. And then for years, they were like, oh damn, I miss Toonami. And then they brought it back a couple years ago.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. And watching Smiling Friends on Hulu, like Adult Swim is slowly just transitioning into like, oh, we know Rick and Morty makes the money, so that's all we really care about because their little enders and beginners are always like different animations of Rick and Morty.
I'm not as big a fan of Rick and Morty as everyone else seems to be.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I think
I'm
it's
not a
too crude
diehard.
humor.
Yeah. Well,
It's
I think the assholes who are like, "Oh, you don't get the humor because you're not smart." I think that it's getting into like Adventure Time territory for me, where it's so commercialized, where to the point where I'm like, I don't care to be part of that.
To me, it's a dumb show made for people who think they're smart. Basically, what it boils down to.
It's okay. I'll watch it, but I'm not gonna rerun and watch it over and over because to me, I don't know. I've never really watched it all the way through.
There's nothing in it to me that's like, oh, this is big brain, and I need to be really intelligent to understand this.
Yeah.
At all.
That'd be like what? Like people were like, "Oh, you don't like Back to the Future? Oh, you just don't understand time travel." It's like
fake science doesn't equal actual intelligence. It's just fake science.
Just because it wasn't like, just because it's themed as a genius doesn't mean you have to be a genius to watch it. But I feel like a lot of
Exactly.
people are taking it that way.
Yeah. And it's just wild to me because it's like, you don't have to be intelligent to know or enjoy the show. There's
Yeah.
nothing actual scientific of note in those shows.
No.
Like,
They may say something like actually real every once in a while, but it's really just like super fantasy.
exactly. It's the same thing that Star Trek did.
Yeah.
They make up things, and that's it. Like,
I've never watched Star Trek, and I never will.
I think you'd enjoy it.
I
What
don't
else?
know.
Neither here nor there.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's a dumb show made for people who think that they're smart over science that has no actual factor in reality. Like, what?
I
No.
think what hurts it is a lot of people who watch it don't realize like being Rick is not a good thing.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, "Oh, dude, I want to be I really identify with Rick. That's not like a good thing." And I think sometimes the show will kind of go out its way to be like, "No, Rick is not like an admirable person to be," but a lot of people don't get that, and that's where like
Yep.
you get a lot of the weird people who are like, "Oh, dude, I really fucks with Rick and Morty." Also, I think
That's
Rick and
the same
Morty is
reason I hate the Joker.
Rick and Morty's it's a good like litmus test because I see someone with like a tattoo of it, I can be like, avoid.
Mm.
Yeah,
It's the new ICP.
Jesus.
Like,
If you see people with insane clown posse tattoos, you're like, man, let's stay away from that guy.
I completely agree. Like, people don't understand that you don't want to be aspire to be like Rick. He's done
No.
nothing but mess up his family's life, his own life, Morty,
Yeah.
his life.
Well, and the difference between that and BoJack is like, BoJack ruins everyone's lives, but like he somewhat is like coming to terms that maybe he's the piece of shit. Where Rick's
Mhm.
just like, no, I'm the greatest. Blah blah blah. He might have some moments where he's like, oh, like life sucks and blah blah blah, but he's just an asshole. Which
Yeah.
I can get the liking of that because like Deadpool. Deadpool's just an asshole. I like
Yeah.
Deadpool for that, but like I don't know. I like Rick and Morty, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, dude, I fucking love Rick and Morty, and like it's the greatest show ever. It's not.
Exactly. It's problematic in the fact that people think that that's something to aspire to when time and time again, like the whole therapist scene where the
Oh,
therapist
yeah.
is tearing into him and people are like shitting on the therapist. She's in the right or whatever. Like, they're in the right. Like,
I'm so
all of these
glad
things are correct.
you bring
People
this
are
up.
just angry. Oh, yeah.
Oh no, you bring this up. This is the fucking perfect thing because I was going through my YouTube clips today, and I got to that clip, but it was just framed from like what Rick says to her, either as like a first thing or as a response. But it was like, I don't know, it was like framed like he was in the right. Like, oh dude, this is all dumb and this is all like stupid. Like, oh dude, I don't need therapy, whatever. And I remember the scene because the therapist has something back to him that like really gets to him, but they didn't show that. I'm like, I feel like people have misinterpreted a lot of things that Rick does and says.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mhm.
Well, it's almost like a bad, like, it's almost telling people to be like, I'm just gonna shut down my emotions, you know? I'm just gonna continue being a badass. And it's like, you probably shouldn't, because you're probably most likely the asshole in the scenario of whatever you're dealing with.
It's not even that he's shutting down his emotions. It's that he's shutting down his...
The perception of him from others.
It's more like he has an extreme apathy for pretty much life. Like, he does not care about whose life he fucks up, or if he fucks up his own life, what he's putting Morty or his daughter or like the sister through.
Yeah.
Like, there's been a lot of situations where the sister and Morty have to like defend each other against like the parents and him because they're just god awful, and putting them in these situations where like these two characters who seemingly don't like each other will go to bat for each other because of all the shitty things that he will do and the mother will do. It's wild.
It's almost more of like a family is blood rather than earned kind of aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
which is something I completely disagree with. Family can be blood, but the second you lose that respect or earning of that, you're no longer family.
Yeah, like.
What's so funny, Roman?
Nothing. Nothing.
Roman is being sussy.
Jared was typing in my chat. I was just responding.
I'm so glad that they have my emote.
I'm
so happy for that.
Oh fuck. I think I had a low point a couple years ago because I was watching BoJack Horseman. And I was like, wow, I really identify with him. And like now I'm like, that's a fucking awful thing.
Yeah,
you're like, I don't want to be associated with him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
I feel like
oh,
it's easy for people to look at these characters that people like and be like, they're liked, which means they're good. But in reality, they're liked because they are doing all of the awful things that people find entertaining, just don't necessarily like in real life.
mm-hmm.
Like, a lot of the things in Family Guy are entertaining, but if you knew anyone in real life like that, you would avoid them like the plague because they're not proper people.
Oh, fuck me.
No.
Like, which is wild to me because it's just like, it's hero worship over awful traits, and even the show is trying to tell you these people are awful.
Yeah.
That's the point of the show, and people just don't seem to grasp it.
No.
I will say, at least for BoJack Horseman, it does a good job of like outlining that like BoJack is always in the wrong, or like he's fucked up, or like he's ruining his own life. It never like, it doesn't make him like, doesn't put him on me like this is like a
it doesn't glorify it.
It doesn't glorify it. Yeah, a lot of the times when he fucks up, it's like an episode or 2 episodes of him like facing consequences for it, or like having to come to terms with it. You never see him
put on a pedestal because of the shitty things he does.
Like, one episode in particular that really hit hard about how he fucked up someone else's life. This is heavy spoilers, by the way, if you haven't seen BoJack.
Is it the final season?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I think
it's when the child star, the thing with the child star happened.
Sarah Lynn?
Oh, Sarah Lynn, that's right.
Is it?
Have y'all gotten to that?
I finished the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay. When she ends up dying from drug abuse. And I'm pretty sure he's the one who got her into the drug abuse to begin with. That's like a real, like, you fucked this person's life up so bad to the point that they died.
Yeah, and they come back to that too.
Yeah,
yeah, no.
That's kind of something that haunts him throughout the rest of the show.
Mm-hmm. That's why I appreciate that show over like Rick and Morty, because it's like, yeah, they're fuck up, but like, there's nothing trying to hide the fact that he did something monstrous in this specific scene.
Yeah,
and it's like awful. Someone lost their life because of it.
Can I, on the topic of it, you guys have both finished it, right?
Yeah.
I haven't really caught up, but go for it.
I don't want. It's from the final season. It's like a holy shit moment. So there's the this is spoiler alert for anyone who wants to watch it. You still watch it. Where he goes to Arizona, I think, or was it New Mexico, to see like his old friend.
Yeah, his the doe.
Yeah, he goes to meet her, and he buys like his daughter.
She's a gazelle. Yeah.
She's a deer. Or it doesn't matter. And he buys her daughter like alcohol and her friends, and that one of them has to go to the hospital, and like he's like, hey, I know if I'm here, I'm gonna get in trouble, and he leaves. It fucking comes back in season, like the last season, like near the last episode, and like it's a like holy shit. Like I thought it was gonna be something that wouldn't come up again, and it does, and it's really wild.
Yeah. No, I feel like with BoJack you can really see like the shitty traits that you share, but it's not like you could do that with Rick too, but like we were saying, it doesn't make him out to be a cool person.
Yeah.
You can't, like, especially with the last season, he really self-reflects on a lot of it, and he's like, I am an asshole, and I do destroy everything. It's kind of like, just because you had a shitty uprising doesn't mean you have to be a shitty person.
Yeah.
That's kind of what you take from that show. And I think that's a hard pill for people to swallow, and it's easy to be the bad guy, but I think there is something to learn from BoJack and I don't think that's really what Rick and Morty wants you to learn. I don't think that's
Mhm.
the aspect of the show, but that is something that's like completely not even in the book for Rick and Morty. You're
Yeah.
not supposed to learn anything from it. It's just supposed to be a funny cartoon.
So I think it is and it isn't. Like, it's meant to be a funny cartoon, but the therapist scene specifically makes me think that they want you to understand that it is problematic. He is
Yeah.
problematic.
That might
Like,
be
that's
not
why they
what I've
have that
seen.
there.
Yeah.
Like, there's no other reason for that scene other than for them to get that point across.
Yeah.
Like,
I wonder if they did see like a huge problem with the fan base seeing Rick one way, and then they were like, "Well, let's shut it down." Some
I don't
responsibility
know.
taking. I don't know.
'Cause,
Or
like-
maybe it was in the plans from the beginning. Who knows?
Yeah, because like I don't need that. Maybe at that point in the story, like I think his daughter was getting a divorce or something because of like something he had done. So I think it really was just like we need to like kind of touch on this, and maybe it was
Yeah.
just like good timing. They're like, oh, we got a bunch of people who are like acting like complete psychopaths.
mm,
So
I
it might
definitely
just be
have
good
not
timing.
seen all of Rick and Morty, so. I probably should
oh,
give it-
okay.
I don't care though. I mean, it's not something I particularly care to
Care about, yeah.
watch from begin to ending, and I might one of these days. But I feel like Rick and Morty to me was like it didn't really have like a storyline. I'm sure some things like line up, but it just kind of felt like a Family Guy where you just kind of do things. You know, like every day's different.
It does line up, but it is a lot of vignettes that start piling up into things, I feel like,
Yeah,
what I've seen.
probably. Yeah,
There's some stuff from like season 1 that like a major thing happens in an episode in season 1 and then, like it comes back in season 3. And there's so like there's
Oh,
like some
okay.
consistency to it. It's not just like, oh, what's the wacky adventure this week? So stuff it does will come
Yeah.
back, but sometimes like it'll just be
Mhm.
like whatever the fuck they were doing that week or whatever. So
It
it's
really
a good show.
depends.
It really it's
Mhm.
I don't know. Rick and Morty's a lot like anime, and like the fan base can taint it so much. It's best to not engage.
yeah.
Yeah,
Which I
I wouldn't
usually
even bother.
don't. Yeah.
It's one of those fan bases that I've never been able
You've never-
to engage with because it's always just like it's a bunch of those people that just think that they're so much smarter than everyone else in the room,
Yeah.
but in fact they're just the loudest. And you're just like, no, you're just yelling. That doesn't make you any more intelligent or more
No,
thought out. You're just
They
yelling
win
louder.
arguments. If you just yell the same thing over and over while people are spitting out facts, you win.
I wish I could get high on pot news.
Oh. Put my fist in your pot news.
What? No, fuck no.
Oh. Yes.
Sheesh.
Elbow deep, and if we're lucky, a bit farther.
I might
Call
be
me-
able to crawl up into Roman
Call me Kermit then.
because I'm going to Kermit.
You can only function when there's a big foreign object in you.
Yeah,
There's actually
That's
somebody
fair.
under the desk right now who's
puppeting me.
puppeting Roman.
I can see that. I can easily see that.
That's why the camera's so high up. So I never see my
Yeah.
face. So if I go to walk away, I hide behind the chair real fast.
That's why he gets really out of pocket sometimes. Is because they're just rubbing the prostate right at the right spot.
Oh yeah,
I don't get out of pocket
that's where
that
all those
often.
jokes come from. Oh, it's a bit more often than you think.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's wild.
Yeah,
Hey, this is the episode, Roman. This is the therapy episode.
welcome.
Oh, I like BoJack. Is that the episode driven that Rick and Morty episode? Well, Pizza Rat Therapy's dumb and you're dumb. And I got an A in chemistry class.
Cancelled.
Oh.
Cancelled. Why does my camera keep flickering? Why does it do that shit?
I mean, I was gonna point it out, but
It's never done it during my stream, and I don't know why it's doing it on Discord.
I don't
Unless
know.
it's dying on me already, in which case I'm gonna cry aggressively. Just full out tears.
Mine's a little Logitech 1080p. It was like $60. Pretty good.
I got mine as a gift and I like it, but the thing that sucks is it really compensates if there's no backlight and it'll brighten my face up to a crazy degree.
Yeah.
It'll
Oh,
wash me
God.
out really bad.
Well, I have the opposite effect, so that's why I have the ring light here and then the LED strip behind.
I want to try to get like maybe next thing I'm gonna buy for stream is like a DSLR camera, so I look really good in camera. You can zoom in real
Because
close.
if I turn the ring light off, it's like super dark with the backlight. So then that's why
would get a light, but
keep it on. It's all about slow progressing the stream.
setup. Yeah, I just hate having to like
Spend money.
have a light. Well, that one too. Have a light on me, considering
Yeah.
like most of the games I play is just Dead by Daylight right now. So having a glare on the screen is like basically asking me to get murdered.
Yeah. It helps like when it's behind the screen. I don't know. Plus mine has like a white light, a dim light, and a yellow light, and that's what I use because otherwise
Ooh.
I get really blown out. Like Mr.
You get what now?
Mr. Ghostface over there.
Oh, okay then. Okay then. Funny man over here.
Mr. Funny Man.
Mr. Funny Fazbear over here. Look at him.
Har, 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 har.
You stop.
Coming to Dead by Daylight.
Pizza Fazbear.
Be terrifying.
I have the Glam Rock Pizza Rat.
Okay.
We've
Sweet.
been on this for a bit. Anything else you guys want to talk about? I'm trying to think if there's anything else we're missing or want to hit on.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
That or we could switch over to some DVD.
Yeah.
This time went by so quickly. Holy shit.
I know. I was like, damn, we're almost at 3 hours.
I know. Like, I was like, we don't have any topics, but goddamn, I can talk.
I mean, we rolled them out. I think we talked about a lot of things that people are interested in. Want to call it there, fellas?
I think we're going to call it here. Well, thank you, everyone. Cool. It's been a fun time.
Yeah.
Thank you to CG. CG, anything you want to shout out specifically? Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, literally anything, any projects?
TikTok.
You can find me on, I guess, twitch.tv/CGTX. Pretty simple. Other than that, all my other links are there if you wanted to visit me on anything else. But if you are looking for a chill streamer who likes to keep things light, has a delightful laugh from what I've been told, and like to keep things fun, then come visit me. I think you might have fun. Pretty sure a lot of you are already.
Yeah, you'll see him around the stream.
Yeah.
A lot, hopefully.
Mostly in chat.
Is there one thing that you're planning to do with the stream? Like something like a goal of yours that you want to do, or?
Absolutely not. I've only ever done stream as a fun project, and I've never really put work into it, ever.
Honestly, it's working, so. That's
like
good,
people are like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Nothing."
Yeah, you're like, "I'm just gaming."
I'm sitting
gaming
here
making friends.
doing it on a camera. Like that's about it.
Yeah.
I feel like my advice to people, if you ever want to start streaming, be 100% yourself, because trying to act like someone else on camera is fucking god awful. I don't see how anyone would ever be able to do that. Just be genuine, because putting on a act is so much more work, especially when you have to think about it all of the time. Like, just be yourself. People will like you for you. I know people are like, "No, but what if you don't like me?" Blah, blah, blah. There's people out there for everyone. Like, the world is big. There's like people all across the world. Don't worry about it. You're going to be liked by people, period. It's just how the world works.
If Roman has a following, you can get one too.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm really a bit of a Rick Sanchez myself, guys. I don't...
Okay, we're ending this right now.
Yeah. Thank you all for watching episode 8 of Sitting by the Fire podcast with our special guest, CGTX.